You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog balls confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Key, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog balls confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Key, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced this evening, folks.
Greetings.
Air date of this episode is November 20, 2024. Issues currently affecting the African Diaspora. On this season 9, episode 44, Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, we will have our special guest, Brother Yanga Nkrumah, who will be discussing the issues that are currently affecting the African Diaspora. A, economics. B, miseducation. 3, Neo-Colonialism. D, solutions of how we can become economically self-sufficient for ourselves. E, the need for us to maintain our existence for our future generations. Please call in with your questions, comments, and concerns. The call-in number is 516-418-5996. Press 1, and you will be live on the air. Okay, greeting there, Yanga. Are you good? Brother Yanga?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Trying to get off my mute button. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay,
loud and clear.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Yes,
Trying to
sir.
get off the mute button. Hey,
yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, so Brother Yanga, we're talking about economics for starters. Okay, so what is your input, on us maintaining and regaining our economical power?
First, let me give the disclaimer. Let me first give the disclaimer. I am not an economist.
Yes,
so,
sir.
I don't, right? So that's the challenge. That's what we're putting out there to the economists to come up with a sound theory based on just natural, common sense, fundamental practices.
Mm-hmm.
Steeped in black nationalism and eventually Pan-Africanism.
Yes,
throughout this practice can be spreaded or it can be expounded throughout the diaspora. So,
yes, sir.
So I think though, to go back to anything, when we talk about changing, when we talk about revolution in the sense of changing everything, that everybody knows it starts with us.
Right.
So
yes,
it starts with our perspective. So and I know people were like, well, damn, how is economics tied to our perspective? The capitalist system, brief lesson, I won't get all egghead on it. The capitalist system is based on basically surplus, and that surplus is decided by supply and demand. And since we don't have the power, we don't have production power, we have very little distribution power through these little stores and stuff we have, but we don't have production, we don't have distribution in the sense of really transportation, trucks and trains and planes to get things to the. We got retail power, little retail power, but the absolute power we have as black people is the demand power. We may not have the supply power, but we have to demand the power, and the supply yields to the demand. And when we change our perspective, when we change what we value, what we hold to be of importance in our life, especially where we're spending, labor money on, what we hold, what is priority in our life, then that will change the demand. You know what I'm saying? And force the supply, force retailers to put our products in there. So it all starts with perspective and what we demand.
Yes, sir. Okay, now, since I was a little bit of miseducated as a business major, what economics is, from what I'm saying, now keep in mind, I'm going back more than 40 years. Brother, mute your mic whenever you're ready to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, economics is a study of how society allocates its limited resources for supply and demand, basically, and then you do different economical systems and the capitalism, which operates off of greed. You get off into socialism, which is supposed to be good for the overall whole. Then you get into communism, pretty much where everybody works for free for the state. You see what I mean? But don't nobody spend money like black people do. You see what I'm saying? And if we control our own economics, we can cripple the economy of the United States, if not the whole friggin' Western world. And also, too, our interest tonight is, as usual, was African Sunset, okay, by the one and only Cuba. And see, we had somebody fall off. Okay, your mic's unmuted, ladies. Sister Hesepsia, Sister Ashita, and Mr. X. Okay, so what is your input on what we're talking about in regard to this economics?
Yes, sir. From what I understand, the definition of economics, Sister Hatchep Muhammad, by the way, that's what I remembered. And then you have the macroeconomics, who probably can expound on that. And you have microeconomics. And I was a business major too. I have a degree in business. Okay. Marketing, you have all that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on the phone, buddy.
Okay, so the microeconomics, which is the economics of a firm, of a business, a partnership, a corporation, a limited liability corporation. Macroeconomics is what everybody else, all these other groups, cash in on. You see what I'm saying? Besides us. You see what I mean? And I thought we had Sarge in here, but I think he might have dropped off. Okay, so what it is that they want to keep us totally brain dead and ignorant of the economical buying power that we have. Now, a classic example of this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, Brother Yanga, is what happened in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955 when you had the bus boycott. Okay, so what had happened was that when the community stopped spending its money with the bus company, they pretty much went out of business. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much went up out of business. Now, we could do the same thing with high tech, with these tech giants. That's why they say, well, your comment violates community standards. We don't like what you're saying. We don't like, let's talk about dealing with black folks only. We got to be diversified, and we got to be integrated, and we got to be multiracial, and all that nonsense is because what happens with that black family, when you look at the institution called Hollywood, right? Okay, they're taking all our money, using it, for their benefit. Then also, too, look at the imagery that they project of us with our own money. See, now this is the part that messes me up right there. You see, they take our money and they use it against us. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. And then, of course,
can I come in with you?
Oh, absolutely, most definitely.
I want you to touch on the point. You touched on the point about the Montgomery bus boycott. So I don't want us to get too far off of some of the wonderful points that you're touching on. But this is the difference. And I hear my business majors out there, and I love it because I encourage this. But, this is what I talk about, too, when you talk about ethos, when you talk about mythos and epistemology.
Yes, sir.
Even business, all of that shit is Eurocentric.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? The way that we go about conducting the business, the way that the business. So though we need to know that, like the wonderful sister was so adequately saying, we need micro, macro, all the ways that economy affects. And like you said, economy is basically what the people are using for the thing of exchange and what governs the system. So that needs to be known, but we have to make sure, and I'm being very presumptuous, what we have to do. What I suggest we make sure is that we understand when we're studying these economies that they are very Eurocentric, and Europeans see themselves objectively in the cosmos.
Right.
They don't see themselves. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we got Mac 285 in the chat room. Peace to you, Mac 285. I'm sorry. Go ahead, ladies.
I was just going to say, just to have Captain Muhammad again, you are very much so correct about the Eurocentric concept. And that's why what I did when I went to school, I added what was correct and what our ancestors taught us from school that they learned from us to the Nation of Islam, because that's what I'm a part of. And I know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is a Black man, an original man, taught us about the 3-year economic program. I don't know if you're aware of it or if you ever heard about it. But what you would do, you would save up for like a few cents a day, and in 3 years, try to make it enough to live off of and to start something, a business, whatever. And do whatever you can to do for self, because he teaches us to do for self, because one day we're not going to be able to go into these white man's markets. We're not going to be able to go to work. We're not going to be able to go to these jobs. So we have to learn how to do for self and create our own business. So one of my degrees, I have 3 of them. One of my degrees is in business. My master's degree is. But you're correct. I agree.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
I totally agree. Like,
and if you
and she brought up the best example you can bring up to me. One of the best examples you can bring up, and that's the dear apostle Elijah Muhammad. Peace be upon Elijah Muhammad.
Yes,
Amos Wilson had to acknowledge in his book Blueprint to Black Power, when he said, you talk about an economic base, and I'm paraphrasing here, an economic base, an example for Black people to follow, he said, was the Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And one of the things was not just his economic plan was so brilliant, but it was his socialization plan. The prophet, the holy apostle, created his customer base.
Yeah,
you see, that's the part of demand. Absolutely, dear sister. I couldn't agree with you more in bringing up that brilliant man economically as a feasible blueprint to really build off of. And like I said, in addition to that, looking at his socialization, because he made his restaurants, our restaurant, our laundromat, and he created the nation. He actually created the customer base for that, and that's what I talk about with the demand. We have what's called consumer power. Nobody can force us to spend our money anywhere. So what are our demands? And in closing, because I don't want to be long with it, I want to hear all of these brilliant people on here. I say this again, and people have heard me say that in our community, we make everything from personal hygiene products to clothing. I personally know someone who makes all of these things. And if we would just demand them, if we would just change our value system and what we hold as marks of success or standards of having made it, we'd be surprised how we would cripple major corporations just by supporting sunflower shea butter. Oh, yeah. With that, man, Yanga say peace.
Yes, peace. Somebody's smoke alarm is going off. We can hear it. It's very loud. So if y'all could deal with that, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that chirping there in the background, Brother Che.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Yeah, we'll try to write it out. And then also, too, Sister Akshita is in the house. How you doing, Sister Akshita?
Greetings, Shabaka and Brother Che and everybody that's on the call today. How y'all doing? This is
Peace. Greetings.
It's so wonderful to be here tonight. Listening to the conversation thus far, it's striking a lot of interest because these are conversations that we should be having more of in the light of how we do better for we. And
Absolutely.
So I just as a disclaimer, I'm not black. I don't claim to be black, and I don't have anything against anyone who does and is, right? Okay. So, and I say that because I have history here, and Shabaka understands where I'm coming from, I hope, when I say what I said, and also Brother Che and Lady Che. Okay, so I was listening to a lot of things that was said, like the perspective matters, and coming around to how you just ended with supporting one another, came right back around to changing our perspective. And so economics, Shabaka, you had given an example of macro and micro after the sister had stated her point on it. And I think micro and macro and anything, micro is dealing with self first, and macro is everything greater than, and the meso, which a lot of people don't speak on, is everything in between.
Identifies as more.
Right. And then and don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister.
No, I just wanted to say, I like the point about the Eurocentric economic concept, because that's also what is hurting we the people and how we support one another, because the mindset to this Eurocentric economic concept, because this is where people have placed their value. And so like the brother saying, if we change what we value and how we place value, we don't even have our value system together, where we have an appropriate standard to move off of, because there's so many people out here injuring other people economically rather than helping. So if we be producers more so than consumers, then we can understand process, but there's more consumers than there are producers. And so my final point that I want to make is that it's going to take us to unite and to get out of the mindset of these decisive ideologies that are affecting the people negatively. So yes, we must support one another, but we also must be upright and righteous in what we are producing and giving to be consumed by others.
Okay, thank you, Sister Akshita. Okay, we got Brother
Sister, what was that? I'm sorry, but before we let the sister go, she said something. What was that in between the micro and the macro?
Meso. M-E-Z-Z-O.
Meso. Okay, thank you.
Hold on. Check on Meso. M-E-Z-O. Okay.
Yeah, I know that through social work and dealing with political science and all of that stuff as well. So that's who I am, and that's what I feel for listening.
Okay. Now I see another phone number here that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, our East Coast correspondent, Brother Isaiah.
That is our East Coast correspondent, Brother Isaiah. Man, we ain't heard from you, man, in a bunch of Sundays, man. What's going on with you, man?
The same old routine, brothers and sisters, same old routine, trying to, work it and all that stuff, Just trying to
absolutely. Yes, sir, absolutely.
I see y'all trying to I see y'all I hear y'all listening. Man, I've been listening though. I see y'all holding it down. That's what's up, yo.
Oh yeah, Brother Isaiah, man, keep up the great work. And then also too, Brother Isaiah, you know how we get out here, man. We had a few idiots in your absence, man, and you know what happened to them, man. Even
I already know.
Yeah, man. Even that one come up there, call me the NGR term, this, that,
yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
right.
EJ, bro. And then Brother Che and Sister Akshita will tell you, and you're going to love this one too, Brother Yanga. Okay, because we had this one individual, man, that called us up, right? A youngster. And he was pretty much saying, man, that we don't do for ourselves and that we should all be making money. And I'll be trying to tell a young man, if you're ever familiar with the game of dominoes, all money ain't good money.
Right.
Yeah, so he's
all
up there talking about...
and not going to come in between us. Because, you know, all that, their president don't care about us. Like, you already know. Because we can spend work off their dollar. We keep on spending their dollars and keep on buying all this unhealthy product.
Somebody.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. We're getting some feedback. Huh?
It's a chirping away. Somebody's smoke alarm is just a chirping away.
Oh, okay. All righty. And so therefore, man, this individual had called in Yanga, you know, and this was a youngster Yanga, you know what I'm saying? You and I was grown, man, when this individual was born, right? So he's going to sit up here and tell me, man, we're too racist. We shouldn't focus on black economics, this, that, that, the other. And then just like I just pointed out.
And how old was the conversation to call in number?
This dude must have been about 31, Brother Isaiah.
Oh, 31.
And the cool part about it is
on the air.
Me and Brother Jack got me and Brother Jack got more knowledge than him.
Oh, yeah. So we gave him the business, Brother Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? And then when he started losing his cool, man, I knew I was getting up under his skin. So, you know, I just broke him on down, and I says, well, hey, brother, you know, it's great to make money, but all money ain't good money. And then how much of that money that you're making that you're going out spending with these other groups? One, like these Asians. Yes, sir.
That's what I hit him with. He couldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
I said, how much you making all this money, and how much you spending with your people though? And it was crypto.
Exactly. And what is he investing back into the communities? Because being up there and up there where the Google cars is, Brother Isaiah, you all ain't got them on the East Coast yet, but in San Francisco, they got these friggin' cars going around driving themselves. Man, it was crazy, man.
Already?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yes, sir. Okay, so therefore, too, is that, you know, with us having a high infant mortality rate, we have severe women's health issues in the black community. We have severe men's health issues in the black community. And I'm sure you agree with me, Brother Yanga and Brother Che, when we get injured, when we get hurt, we keep it to ourselves. We don't let nobody know that we hurt, is because out here in the law, this jungle, you see that there will be a sign of weakness. And then the next thing you know, you got some predatory MFs coming up on you. You see what I mean?
Okay. You already know about that.
Yes, sir. And then
they all out here and about, too.
Yes, sir.
There's some predators out here. Yeah, we got to watch our back.
And then too, now you got a main predator who's getting ready to take over the White House, Crooked House, whatever. Like
I was about to say, you know that
Lord, you talking about the dump as in humans?
Yeah,
want to make that perfect
and I'm from the orange face man. The orange face man is better.
Oh, yeah, but Brother Isaiah, when I was in San Francisco, man, I was looking out across Frisco Bay, Brother Isaiah. There was this former federal institution, man, where the dump can go over there all by himself, take his Secret Service with him, and the name of the place is called Alcatraz. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, he would have an excellent view, man, of the Golden Gate Bridge. He'll have an excellent view of San Quentin, which is over there in Marin County. You see what I mean? Okay. And then quite naturally, of course, you know, the trends have been set already with his election, scam election, whatever you wish to call it. And this is the more reason why we have to be self-sufficiency for ourselves. And this isn't hatred, you know, this isn't racism, this is just simply economics. You see what I'm saying? It's because you look at these other groups, particularly over in San Francisco, They trade with themselves. They buy from themselves. You know what I mean? You walk into a Chinese restaurant, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, hey, man, I want your special whatever you got going on. Dude, speak to you in perfect English, right? But then when one of his people come up there, they speaking in fluent Chinese with each other. You don't know what they're saying.
Right, because and I know they really speak English a little bit quite well, but you know how they get down.
Yeah.
They get that like, me don't speak no English. So I was like, you just speak English to me right now.
Yeah, exactly. But I bet you he'll speak some English when you light on your bill about $5-6. He was speaking perfect English on that.
Exactly.
It's a difference between culture and commercial. See, the Negro has to understand. The Negro has to understand. The Negro is one big commercial. Your language is commercial. Everything about you, you're a commodity. From the clothing you wear, you know, when I try to tell this is what I tell my son. I say, son, are all these name brands paying you for this wonderful advertisement you're doing for them? You're walking commercial, Negro. You're billboard partner see that shit. Then see those things, and then they want them, and they bug their parents to death to break their bank accounts to get these, you know. And I try to pull my son's coat. I'm saying, listen to what it's called, son. Branding, name brand. You know
exactly.
Right. Yeah, those name brands are really crazy. Them name brands.
And now you're running around with someone. The same thing. Symbology is everything. You know, you run around with someone's name on you. So I go back to say, like, when you say Chinese, when they talk to one another, they speak in that language, culture versus commercial. When you go in there, you have a taste for Chinese food. It's a novelty. So they're going to be able to, so you're a customer. But you have to eat or you die. So they go to where they eat. It's their culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We have to, by us not establishing a definitive culture that can be reinforced by economics, you know what I'm saying? We're just one commercial. We're taught to be consumers. We don't have like give back to the community. You know, that's exactly.
Because if every Chinese goes around,
right. If they wanted to give back to the community, where would they give it to? We have established programs to receive. Now more than ever, the people are going to be looking to give back because they're frightened. Trump is about to bring some changes that are going to shake up Black America, shake up communities. They're going to be looking to participate and to invest in and to partnership with other like-minded Black people to increase their chances of survival. Will we have the program and the things ready to receive these people? So in concluding, I say that we have to change, again, with that half. What I suggest we begin to look at is changing our one we mistakenly perceive as a culture from a commercial to a real culture. A culture is developed from a people's ethos, what they think of themselves, their relation to the cosmos and the earth and other living beings and things of that nature. Those produce healthy cultures, the healthy expression of that. You can see that we think we're walking commercial by the subculture we've created off of this imperialist, capitalist beast that they have. So we go back again to perspective and realizing that we don't have a culture, we have a commercial.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And then also, too, commerce is very, very important. And I want to get Sister Akshita's feedback on this right here, too, because Brother Che and I, you know, we go back and forth, you know, and Brother Che, when we do disagree, we disagree agreeably. Because, Brother Che, you and I have not had not one argument. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
I know, right? We never have an argument on here.
Yeah, we just disagree agreeably. The same thing with Sister Akshita. Now, you know, Sister Akshita, you crumb bumped on me a couple of times, sister. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Talking about I crumb bombed on you. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You crumb bombed. Not the crumb.
No, sister. Okay, now one thing about Sister Action. What?
You trying to get me, and I what I do?
No, Sister Action, you know, we was on the Streamyard one night, and I had mentioned something else. And a direct quote that you made, man, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I'm not as young as you all now. You know what I'm saying? Alzheimer's is starting to kick in on me at 65 years old. Well, you said, Shabaka, you came up here and changed the subject and shit it all over the place. And I'm like, sister.
Look, I'm going to stand on 10. I'm going to stand on 10 with boots on ground. I said it, and I did mean it when I said it. I don't take it back.
Oh. Okay, I'm ready, sister. Hey,
I say this in love. I love you, but if I can tell you that I love you, that means I can be honest with you.
Oh, right. Yes, ma'am. By all means, you know. And then also, too, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are going to be.
I ain't going to tell you what you want to hear.
That's right.
Got the sharp tongue. Be like, you know what?
Okay, well, see, it's just like a fighter. When you work in the corner of a fighter's corner, right? Okay, and the dude is getting hit up all upside his noggin and his right eye is closed. You got to say, look, man, you got to move to your right because he's hitting you with the left hand. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, you got to move to the left. He's hitting you with the left hand. You're telling him what he's getting hit with. And if you don't do that, then you're not doing your job properly. So that's what I mean in that perspective right there, Sister Achita. Okay, and I see our boards is building up here a little bit. Okay, we got 470. Okay, and then 470. You know, feel free, man. To join in. Just press 1, and we'll be more than happy to mute your mic. Okay, now this is your subject here, brother Che. Okay, 470. Okay, 470. Okay, what's your name and where you calling from? Your mic is unmuted.
You're on the air.
My name is Brother Kari, man. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Oh, Brother Kari, yes, sir, man. Yeah, man, that was excellent work you did, man, on those graphics, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, so definitely appreciate you on that, man. And then I did get the video out, you know, and this is why we got the callers coming in, because if the people have saw my live feed, well, actually it was re-recorded feed I did early this morning, excuse me, in front of the Sin City sign that says, welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas. You know, everybody's here. You know what I'm saying? We all saw Goodfellas, so you know how that goes right there. So that's very, very excellent work. Okay, now the work that this young man done is banners, if I'm saying it right, digital banners, and he did an extremely well job, you know, for Frontline Black News. You see what I mean? So most definitely, of course, we want to have the brother coming on there. You might want to hook up with him, Brother Isaiah, because I believe both of y'all in the same age group, so y'all have something I no longer have, and that there is called youth. You know what I mean? Because mine is slipping, and it gets more and more difficult, man, as you get older. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now, getting back to self-sufficiency, Neo-Colonialism. Yeah, Brother Che is going to love this one. All right, for all you damn tethers out there, I'm learning more and more of it. You clowns are nothing more than modern-day neo-colonialists, okay? So this is why I appreciate Brother Ibrahim Traore, who is the head of state of Burkina Faso. Okay, that there's where Thomas Sankara was the head of state, and Mr. Sankara got off the European money standard, and of course we saw what happened with Mr. Sankara. So Brother Ibrahim Traore is doing the same thing, saying that we ain't giving the French no more gold. All the gold that we mine, we keeping. You see what I'm saying? This is beautiful. Now, they need to do the same thing over there in Azania. Now, Sarge, as you know, Brother, you're going to love this, Brother Isaiah, is going to sit up there and tell me that Elon Musk is an African.
What?
Hey,
what? No.
He's going to tell me that Elon Musk is an African. No, he's not. He's a boy. No. Okay, he's a descendant of Dutch who went to South Africa to steal all the resources there. And then Brother Che enlightened me is that black folks over there in South Africa, Zania, saying give it back, to these Dutch. Big mistake in my opinion. Okay. Also, too, why would they even come up with that concept? And Brother Che, and please, brother, you can enlighten us on that, Brother Che. Okay, I'm reading your mic, Brother Che. Yeah, but you was also had enlightened me, man, that they was talking about people over there on the continent of Azania, in Azania, giving the land and the resources back, like up there in Zimbabwe. Huh?
That was in Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay, I stand corrected.
The Boers have joined the Israeli army, though.
Mm-hmm.
And they have declared themselves their own African tribe too, Shabaka.
Okay. And this here was in Zimbabwe.
And Xania, the Boers in Xania have declared themselves their own African tribe.
Okay. Well, the Boers are Dutch, okay? Is because for the simple fact, if I ever want some information on South Africa, I'm not asking a Boer. I'm going to ask those of the Sotho, those of the Zulus and what have you. You see what I mean? That's what I'm going to ask on that, is because as far as I'm concerned. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it is, Mr. X.
You're on the air.
Okay, is that Mr. X?
I think they're trying to listen. I think they're listening.
Okay, I think that's Mr. X. Okay. All right. Okay, so as I was saying is that this is the more reason that we got to bridge the gap between us here in the diaspora and on the continent, is because look at your major powers that are benefiting off of our resources on the continent. The Chinese, the French, the British, and the Americans. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that happened with the miseducation of the Negro, man, it is downright incredible. It's because it's Dr. Marimba Ani, who is a student of the one and only Dr. John Henry Clark, who went to the continent for 15 years, and she submerged herself into the culture. And she says the Ma'afa, which is a disaster so bad that it is beyond description. So when we look at Hollywood, you sit up here, put up all this negative stuff. Oh, it's very weird, Brother Isaiah. You know, you saw my video I did from there. Okay. And another gentleman that he's welcome to call in, he's older than me, and I would love to debate with him. That is Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is he's like 80-something years old, right?
Yeah, but he has made some derogatory comments about African peoples and the continent. So then, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, we could discuss this as well too. It was, to me, was nothing more than self-hatred.
Yep, you already know. But you know, all that Hollywood, Hollywood riches, like that's what I know. So I don't hardly watch TV like that anymore, because all the negative stereotype, they still got the negative stereotype. We got like a bunch of the gay men and women trying to be like gay, trying to be gay and lesbians. I'm like, come on now. Like, I was like, come on now. Every show and every movie has to be like that.
Exactly. And then from what I understand, too, Brother Isaiah, I've been seeing over the net, man, that I was very sorry to hear about this brother, man. I just hope it's not true.
Oh, I heard about that.
Denzel. They got Denzel. They got Denzel.
I hope not. I hope it's not true, though.
They got
Denzel
Denzel
game for a long time. I hope they didn't.
I hope they ain't got Denzel like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that they didn't. You see what I mean? And then the cold part about it is that Hollywood has always had that hidden agenda, particularly, you know, when it came to our people, particularly, you know, in the 1940s and 50s, of how they treated our women and what have you. And then, of course, Sister Akshita, you and I had a conversation on that, you know, and just like that Harvey Weinstein man or whatever, you know what I mean? Hopefully California get a hold of him and put him where he belongs, is in jail, okay? But however, we got to get more college work out of our students for science, technology, and mathematics. You see what I mean? Okay.
And don't forget about the offense too. Yeah, we need more.
Brother. I said that's high technology. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's high technology right there. Okay. And then I think Sister Akshita was getting ready to say something. Was you getting ready to say something, Sister Akshita?
No, I hear you. I'm right here. Kitchen with my daughter, so I'm moving a little bit. I'm listening to everything.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, because see that there.
Back and forth about
self-defense.
your opinion something.
Huh?
Okay.
You said you called my name.
Whose name?
Never mind, Shabak. Go ahead. I'm right here. I'm listening.
Okay. But I was just saying though is that this research that I've been doing lately is that they're trying to get all this artificial intelligence, you know, to take over like on your laptops, on your cell phone, and stuff like that. And
because I heard the robots gonna come too, because it's gonna come soon. And we all gonna be out of a job. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They're gonna take all the stuff from our plate. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. And what they're doing is they're turning it all over to what they call artificial intelligence. You see what I mean? Okay, it's because like what they would do, they'll go back to your emails, or you know, as they were saying is, are we listening to the cell phones, or are the cell phones listening to us?
And you know they're gonna make those AI those AI robots. You know, if you cannot find, you know, like a partner or something, like you want to go out on a date, they're gonna list that as robots too. They're gonna humans going after robots. You know, touching them, getting on up on each other. I'm like, I don't want no thing on AI female robot. I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. And all this stuff, folks, is coming to you out of the Barbary Coast, commonly referred to as San Francisco. You see what I mean? And then on top of it as well, too, is that they keep trying to force these other agendas on our people. You see what I mean?
Right.
Because
there's a whole rainbow game down there, too, in San Francisco.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, and then keep in mind, too, Brother Yanga, as you and I discussed, is that you have mentioned earlier, right? They want us to come along with this all-inclusive stuff. Like when old Kamala Harris was running for president. Well, we got to be all-inclusive. We got to be all-inclusive. Okay. No, we don't. Because see, what happens is if we go all-inclusive, what's going to happen is, just like Brother Yanga has said, we're going to be the low ones on the totem pole once again, okay? And another thing, you know, and I hope they're hearing me out there on this one right here. I was debating with some fool, oh no, y'all don't deserve reparations. That happened so long ago. Well, like we try to tell Joe Gibson.
That sounds like you know who.
Okay, yeah, but hold on, no, Brother Isaiah. I believe you on the East Coast in the state of Maryland, right?
Right.
Okay. They pick cotton in Maryland, right?
Right.
They got sugar cane in Maryland, where they make those famous fighters like old Granddad, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels. You know the ones, man, who got full of that booze, man, that had the Battle of the Brawl down in Birmingham, you know, off of where the riverboat came in the park. And then, you know, they started beating up on the brother, and the brother threw up his hat. And then you saw that cohesiveness come together all at once. What you had witnessed right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what they call an implosion, where scattered matter comes together all at once, and they rained upside their domes. They knocked out the drunks, knocked one off into the water. But the hero to me was Aquaman. When that young 17-year-old dived off that boat, he swam up there to the shores and got in there, and he got busy. Now, another one is we definitely have to give a shout out there to the chairman of Montgomery, okay? When he got to work in that chair. You see, ladies and gentlemen, a fold-up chair is a multi-purpose device, okay? When you have to sit down and get you some rest, you put your ass in the fold-up chair. Then you take the fold-up chair, close it up, and it's a very, very effective weapon of whooping some ass when you have to. So it's a multi-purpose device. You see what I mean? So then, quite naturally, of course, they're going to say, well, you black folks is wrong, you know, for defending yourselves. Okay, well, you black folks is wrong because you're not standing there getting hit upside the head, just like Brother Che and I was discussing about old boy John Lewis. Oh, that was good trouble I went through on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And you see a picture of John Lewis getting knocked upside the head. The nightstick glides gracefully upside his head, and he's stretched out right there talking about that is good trouble. Well, the only thing I can say, Mr. Lewis, is that I appreciate your involvement in the civil rights movement. I was a child when all that there happened. But to stand there, man, and to willfully get knocked upside your dome, man, that's not smart. Right. You know, that's not smart. And then you could best believe, you know, these other groups, they're not going to sit up there and go for that. But they want us to go up there with that. Okay, and I see I call him Mr. X drop. Okay, so then we got 336. They got their hand up. Okay, 336. I think I know who this is. Okay, 336. Come on with it.
Well, you said you need more in college, dear. I would say lower the grade requirement. You know, we keep lowering that, you know, to help people out to get them in there, you know. That'd be the best thing to do.
Okay, Joe Gibson, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. And I just want to say, obviously, clearly, the reparations thing is obviously dead in the water. I don't hear you talking about it anymore. So,
oh, no. Whoa. Hold on, Joe. But now we're getting ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, live from the Beat 'em Up. Reparations. Ding, ding, ding. Joe, as we said before, and you and I over the years, we disagree agreeably. Okay. It's first place, Joe. We built your nation. Okay, you got feedback there, Joe.
Oh, and one more thing. And Rocky Marciano was the greatest, not Ali.
Oh, come on.
Figured I'd just throw that in there.
Cut the cap. Stop the cap.
That was Muhammad Ali.
Well, it's a fact. He never lost.
That's his name. Thank you, sister. That's his name. Is Muhammad Ali. That's right.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, ask Ernie Terrell what his name
it's not
is,
Clay.
Joe.
It's Ali. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Joe.
What was his real name?
Terrell. They had a 15-round discussion about his name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Ali, he can call himself whatever he wants. I don't have a problem with that. Ali, you know, Cassius Clay, whatever. I don't, you know, that's not a problem. But still, he was the second greatest. He was not the greatest.
Joe,
he was because he was a black man in the Nation of Islam, and you don't hate
because he lost. He lost, and he was not undefeated. Rocky Marciano was undefeated, 49-0, undefeated.
Yeah, Joe, but the guys that Marciano fought, man, were already ready for the rest home, man.
Even Ali admitted he probably would lose in the ring with Marciano. He even said it himself.
Okay, Joe, let me explain something to you. Okay. Muhammad Ali's black pride, number one, would not have allowed him to lose to Marciano because we never would have forgiven him. Number one.
Exactly.
Number two is he would have trained extremely
for the white
hard. Yeah. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Joe, Ali's average weight when he fought was 215. Ali was 6'3", had a reach advantage. Marciano, Joe, was only 5'10" and weighed 185 pounds, man. It don't add up,
well,
man.
Archie Moore had the same reach and weight and Marciano knocked him out. So what are you talking about?
Okay,
but
hold on, no, but whoa, Joe. But Archie Moore had moved up from light heavyweight to heavyweight, and he decked Marciano. Be sure to mention that.
But he still lost, though. He still lost the fight, though. It doesn't matter.
Joe, always got something to say about Muhammad Ali is because he was confident whether he lost or whether he did not lose. He was a confident black man. He was knowledgeable.
Yeah.
He had a track going on.
What's confident got to do with anything? We're talking about boxing. What's confident got to do with anything? Why are you bringing that up? What's confident? Rocky Marciano wasn't confident? I mean, what's that got to do with it?
Get a life and get a brain.
Well, I do have a brain and I do have a life, so I don't know what you're talking about there. But again, we're talking about records here. Did Muhammad Ali lose? He lost. How many fights did he lose?
Do not go there with me. You really do not want to go there with me. Okay? Because I will lay out.
Go where? Where are we going? I don't understand what that means.
Joe, okay, I'm going to tell you, Joe. Okay, first place, this young woman here is very, very knowledgeable and is extremely proud of her heritage. Understand? Okay,
very good.
Okay, hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Now, another thing, Joe, you and I have gotten off in the knockdown drag-outs on this podcast and on yours, too. Ali was talking about upgrading the quality of life and the economics in the black community, Joe. You see what I mean? That was another thing that hated about him.
But Shabaka, Ali even made the statement himself. You want me to play the interview for you where he made the statement? He said he would probably lose himself. He said he was just being humble. Fought Marciano.
Okay, just being humble. That's like Jimi Hendrix saying that somebody's better at guitar.
Okay, is that Ron Rick?
Black Power.
Yeah, that sounds like Ron Rick. Okay, but the thing is,
no, there's Black Lightning.
Oh, okay, Black Lightning. Yeah, all right. Okay, welcome.
Salute everybody.
Okay, yes, sir.
I hear Yanga, free the land, brother. Black Power. And you know, humbleness is like somebody giving you. Giving one of the old timers a little credit, but Ali, he beat what was his name? That cold-blooded dude that he first beat for the championship.
Sonny Liston. Now hold on, Joe. Now hold on,
Sonny
Joe.
Sonny Liston would have beat the brakes off of Marciano. You know?
Yeah, and
he didn't.
Ali beat him easily.
They never fought. Joe, Liston and Marciano never fought. Liston would have got Rocky Marciano, and I tell you who else would have smashed Rocky Marciano, man, within 3 rounds. George Foreman.
You damn right. I was going to say that. George Foreman.
Yeah. George Foreman.
He would have stood with Jack Dempsey. I mean, what's his name? Jack Dempsey? Yeah. What about Jack Dempsey?
Who did Rocky Marciano knock through the ropes? Joe Louis. One of the supposed greatest.
But Joe Louis, man, was damn near 45 years old, man. That was elderly. Yes, he was.
He was 36.
He was beyond his prime. And what's his name? What's his name? The welterweight dude. He's got 50-0, and he is nowhere near Ali or Tyson.
I'm on the Streamyard.
Floyd Mayweather got no losses.
Are you muted?
So if you want to go by the law, and then
Jesus Christ, man! I gotta be a total
That's a division, though. That's a different division.
Like I say,
That's a totally different division.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me? He fought a lot of people that he that's all I'm saying. And a lot of these guys, they don't fight just anybody to anybody, and Ali did.
Yeah, he lost too. Ken Norton knocked him out. Ken Norton. I mean, come on, Ken Norton.
Not knock out Muhammad Ali. Oh, come on, man. Listen to me with that bullshit.
Who did Ali lose against? Who did he lose against? Frazier? Did he lose against Ken Norton? I don't know if he did or he didn't.
There's a difference between being knocked down and
but Joe, Ali had a broken jaw, fought 10 rounds with a broken jaw, and only lost by a split decision. Okay, so Ali beat him in a rematch at the LA Forum, right? So Big George says, "Well, Ken, let me give you a title shot." What happened to Norton? Got knocked out in the second round. What happened with Norton when he fought Ernie Shavers? Got knocked out in the first round. What happened to Norton, man, when he fought Jerry Cooney? Jerry Cooney smashed him. Joe, let me explain something to you, man. The pride that Muhammad Ali had, man, Ali would have taken death before he would have lost to a white man because of what he stood for.
Come on.
Get him,
Joe.
Get him.
Marciano was the best pound heavyweight ever.
Ali would not lay down for no white man.
Marciano fought with has-beens over the hills. Archie Moore daddy. Okay, Sonny Liston would have whooped his ass. George Foreman would have whooped his ass. Joe Frazier would have whooped his ass. Hell, Leon Spinks would have whooped his ass.
I don't have to.
No. Come on. Well, anyway, Shabaka, what's going on with the reparations agenda here? What's the dead in the water here?
No, Joe. We stand on your helmet. Okay, no, let him. We're staying on your helmet on the reparations, Joe, because had it not been for that free labor that you all got here in the United States, man, America would not have been the economical powerhouse that it is. Not to mention the fact, Joe.
I know those cotton fields they really built up those skyscrapers, huh? Come on.
Joe, it was more than goddamn cotton, Joe.
There was no free labor in the cities of America. There was no free labor. They were not there. Come on.
How dare you, Joe?
No, Joe, they did have slavery in the New England states, man, until 1796, Joe. Yeah, that they did do. By the way, Joe, where's Sarge at? Tell him his ass is AWOL.
No. No.
I don't know where he is, actually.
Hell no, Joe. Lady Chaya's in the building.
I didn't even want to be in here.
Up and done it now.
Now you're this Are you serious? Oh,
get them, Lady Chaya.
Where's the phone? Call it in, man. Oh, that is sorry, cuz I can't even believe it. Did he just
say go ahead,
he just say that?
Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. For those of you who don't know who I am, I was born with that name, and the word had chef studies is actually kinetic, which means one who is beautiful and one who is a warrior. And I was named after the female pharaoh who ruled the upper and lower Egypt, where Egypt was Kemet before slavery. Now, I want to lay this down to you briefly, Joe Gibson. Now, let me tell you something, Joe Gibson.
She's going to do the business, Joe.
Your people have to be taught of. Being a descendant of a conquerors of a people, making money off of people for what they did and what they have worked on and did not get paid for, traveling, killing, and enslaving everywhere you go, and having everybody.
What about the money? What about the money that was made off by the black-owned slaves, by the blacks? What about them? What about the Africans? What about the Africans that owned black slaves? There were black Africans that owned black slaves.
Joe, you and I went over this bullshit before, man.
We are wrong now. We're about to take over.
Actually, he's right.
say something like that in front of my face.
Who said
Okay,
that?
actually, Joe, I've told you this here, Joe, on your show, and I'm going to say it again too, Joe, for the last goddamn time. Okay, listen to me very carefully when I tell you this. First place, Joe, what had happened was when Europeans came to Africa, they came with lies, deceit. Everybody got to recognize that because I got this here by Lerone Bennett Jr. right here, where I did with that. What had happened, Joe, is that when the slave trade had started and your people saw, well, you know, these people sure do work good out here in the sun. Let's go back to Africa. The ones who we got them from, let's kidnap him too. Look at the case of the Amistad with Shinchu. That explains all that, Joe. You just been torpedoed. All right, Joe, you're taking a stand in 8. 1, 2.
How did they do that, Shabaka? How did these inferior whites overcome all these African gangs?
It's going down, Sarge.
Answer.
Joe Gibson, what the?
May I answer that question?
Baby, like what the fuck
Yeah,
you
go right
talking
ahead.
about? Oh, they're Are you fucking
I'll just throw
serious?
this in real quick.
Like,
Joe,
I
I'm sorry,
can't
man.
believe
Go
you
ahead.
spoke.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Like,
Oh,
can
what
y'all
I was saying is that you know how small those ships were. Yeah, you know, I got an echo for some reason, but you know, the ship,
All right.
the little cubby holes they put the slaves in, right? They were children. That's how they captured big blue warriors. They couldn't capture no African warriors. They captured children.
I'm in the building. Joe Gibson. Joe Gibson, I didn't even want to talk to nobody. I had no idea your punk ass was going to be in the building. All right. Motherfucking angry tether, baby, got the audacity to tell us what the fuck built up this motherfucking nation.
They have to be children in order to be captured. And as far as raising, what do you think, Joe? I mean, we didn't come here speaking English. We came here speaking African and indigenous, you know, American Indian, Native American. We didn't come here speaking that. So, of course, they raised them, you know. But, yeah, that's the answer to your question. I figured it out the other day because I looked at the dimensions of those little spots, and there's no way grown-ups could have been on them little spots.
Yeah, give us an example, Karen.
All power to the people.
I'm will give you credit on one thing. Make it, show us an example, Karen.
Matter of fact, I did a research on it.
Show us an example.
Black Power.
Black Power. Wait. Can I get it?
I did some research on that too, man. And from what I came across on the research, is that a lot of the blacks who were buying their relatives.
Hold on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Joe Gibson, you motherfucking Anchor Taylor, baby. How dare you tell us anything? You came in on a fucking, your family came in on a boat. She's like,
hey, keep up the music.
So how you gonna tell us anything?
I've been throwing some music your way so you can see how we've been doing.
Oh, baby, they took away my Facebook page. They shut it all up.
Oh yeah, I've been throwing it down lately. I'm like, man, I'm throwing it in your direction, brother.
Over there. They shut it all down.
Do you think that they were grown up? Do you think they were children in the little bitty spot?
I don't know why anybody can't let me speak. Let me speak.
Well, I think there were children and adults.
Hold on.
As far as the issue with slavery goes, every race of people has suffered slavery.
Joe Gibson. Oh my God! This is why I don't call it.
You can't blame them. How can you accuse one group over another?
Like, hey, can I finish my statement? Can I finish my statement? It got real black dots over here.
The Jews, and other things the thing the Jews who went to the Holocaust.
Why can't I just go? I'm gonna go. I said what I said.
They was
nobody heard me, so I'm out.
They was a kind of
kitchen and waiting.
No, I got nothing to say. Bye.
Please let her
bye. I got nothing to say.
Yes, you do. Go ahead.
No,
okay,
man.
Okay, since Lady Cherry got something to say.
Ben had something to say.
Okay.
Joe Gibson, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We still got a full house. We appreciate Brother Yanga
for real.
coming
What is
in.
wrong with him?
Okay, now Joe, as they come up with that, we're going to talk about neo-colonialism,
He
Joe.
can't hear me because
okay, now Joe, you know what neo-colonialism is, right?
Obviously, he can't hear me, so
please educate me, please. Give me your version.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me educate him on neo-colonialism. Okay. Neo-colonialism.
Why is this why
your ancestors from Europe, okay.
Let me get on this though.
Africa, where
they act like I got patience today. They wrong. Wrong.
And they handpicked individuals, okay, to run the nation for them to get all the minerals out of there. Because you see, Joe, the European was only interested in the minerals. He came with a divide and conquer technique. The Europeans did the same thing here in the Americas with the indigenous people as well, too. You see what I mean? So really, the neo-colonialist, Joe, is someone who's on the puppet strings of the colonists. Okay, now, Joe, are you familiar with a guy by the name of Thomas Nkrumah?
Lay there and just act like I don't exist.
Yeah, I heard of that name before. But one question, why wasn't the African continent developed then way ahead of its time then if they were so far advanced?
Okay,
well, see, that's just it, though, Joe. The African continent gave you the concept of mathematics, architecture, medicine, feminine hygiene, okay? You see what I mean? And then the European Joe,
what is he, Italian, Irish?
He thought that taking a bath, washing his funky, stinking ass was a sin.
Then why would the African slaves go volunteer with the Europeans?
They still don't wash their stinking
This is why you had the Black Plague in Europe. You see what I'm saying? Commonly referred to as the bubonic plague, and it was from filth. African women gave the world the concept of feminine hygiene.
He probably was one of those.
Yeah. Is that where AIDS came from? Africa and Ebola?
No. AIDS was developed in a laboratory. It was developed in a laboratory. Okay, it was developed in a laboratory, Joe. And the Europeans, where they was injecting.
Well, how did they do that? How did they do that? They didn't know anything.
Joe, I don't want to use Michael. Please let me finish. I'm very, very interested in what you have to say. Okay. Therefore, they giving our people these vaccines, which in actuality were diseases themselves. Understand?
He got time for Powerball.
Okay. Earth calling Joe.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Joe?
I'm listening.
Yeah, okay. So that's what that was about. And what it was, Joe, it was the European that always came through, like Malcolm X said, was his ability to divide and conquer. Now, Joe, you had these individuals like Alexander the Barbarian, okay? You also had this one called Socrates, Plato.
How about Napoleon?
Okay. What about Napoleon? He was French, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But he's still from the European continent.
Okay, but hold on, Joe. But as you do know, when Napoleon went into Egypt, he shot the nose off of the Hermake, commonly referred to as the Great Sphinx. Also, too, other artifacts that they had of statues and what have you. The Europeans came there and they shot the noses off. Why? And then also, let me ask you this:
why is all this happening in Africa, the continent of Africa?
Why?
What, Joe?
Why is all this happening in the continent of Africa and nobody's fighting back? Nobody's angry about it. Nobody's overcoming this.
We nobody's angry. We're happy they're kicking out white. Stop it. Why we gotta be upset about white, British, and French? We got no reason to be unhappy right now.
Ibrahim Traore is stepping away from neo-colonialism. He's saying that they're no longer giving the gold to France. President Museveni of Uganda, who told Joe Biden's representative, well, you know, if you guys don't embrace this LGBT agenda, we'll cut off the aid. President Museveni said, say, man, check this out. we place great emphasis on the procreation of life right here. That only happens between a man and a woman. And you may leave our state, our country, and take your aid with you. 10 seconds later, President Museveni said, "Hey, fool, you still standing here?" Also, too, Joe, here's something for you. President Obama.
Yep.
President Obama goes over to Kenya, the land of the Mau Mau, the land of Jomo Kenyatta. He's speaking with Jomo's, I think it's Jomo's grandson or his nephew. And President Obama says, "Well, we're up here with LGBT." So President Kenyatta says, "Mr. President, we're going to have to ask you to leave. We don't do that here, okay?" Then Obama gets on Air Force One. He's flying to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the land of some of the most beautiful women. He gets a call from the head of state of Ethiopia. It states as follows: "Mr. President, we heard about your escapade down there, man, in Nairobi. You want to take that alphabetized agenda? You take your ass to San Francisco."
No way. He got real deep with it.
Push it up to Europe, man. You don't get down like that here.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe.
Okay.
Joe.
Okay.
You just
okay. I don't get it though.
Right there is what are you talking? That's the start of the RVA.
Okay. So what are you trying to say? I don't get it. What are you trying to say today? How you come? We went from slavery to 2024. What are you talking about here? I asked a question about reparations. What's going on with the reparations?
Don't even speak on it, Joe. You're asking for reparations too. You just did owe us reparations. You owe us reparations because we took your punk ass in.
What are you talking about, Joe? California just voted down.
There's no reparations. There's no reparations.
Joe.
Reparations has not. It got shot out of the committees in California. It's not even being presented in front of the legislators. So what are you talking about?
Okay, but Joe.
Who do you think you're talking to over here? You ain't just stun on us. We run the yard, not you. Right. You owe us reparations. Your family owes us reparations. You're thinking your fuck ass it.
Everybody,
damn Italian.
All right, that's it. We had to put up with your motherfucking
damn ancestors owe us goddamn reparations.
Okay.
Over there with Mussolini.
Are you getting the reparations or not? Yeah,
I'm telling everybody over there that have to vote for you.
No, Joe, to answer your question directly.
Everybody black.
No, on their helmet.
You live in North Carolina. Do not vote for
you. I committed another motherfucking crime because I'm calling everybody at the jail. And your ass is going to go in the box.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Box.
You're going to the box.
Okay, you can barely hear Lady Chen.
No, Lady Chen had checked out. You had your chance.
Okay, all right, and so therefore moving right along, okay, the reparations is a debt that is owed, Joe. See, that all-inclusive garbage that they're trying to force down our throats is bullshit. You know it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. So you're reparations uphill battle, but that's not giving me a real answer. What does it look like? Are you going to get the reparations?
It looks like cash payments. They're coming out your pocket.
It looks like you stay out of everyday business. That's what it looked like.
It looked like cash payments.
And then on top of that, too, Joe, this is why when we started this podcast this evening, that's why we as a people have got to shift our buying habits and reinvesting in ourselves. Okay, the hell with Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? We have to reinvest in ourselves. Now the problem about it is this is Gruesome Newsom.
It looks like you are slave
who deserves to be recalled. Okay.
You look like what Giuliani's
really look
right
at it
now. That's what it looked like.
Giuliani. Yeah. But Joe, but the fact of the matter is,
that was fucking funny right there.
Country,
what I said?
That's
what it looked like.
You see what I'm saying?
From your motherfucking wallet.
Understand?
Clip that up there.
I just wanted to know where you guys were on the reparations. That's all.
Oh no, we still stand on the helmet on it, Joe. Uphill battle, Joe. I don't even want to talk. And then also too, Joe, here's something that you could use on your show, Brother Che. You remember the sister that you presented the other night on Frontline Black News, who's talking about these solid black politicians who's selling us down the toilet? Yeah, Maxine.
zippity doo dah, zippity day, Uncle Tim.
Yeah.
So,
anybody elected that telling you up down the river?
Donations from APAC.
Yes, I got a antidote for Mr. Gibson, Shabaka.
Oh, God.
Yeah, why Joe didn't really
Go ahead, Lightning, then go ahead.
That's not so he didn't get a donation.
I had clicked off.
He win, and you can tell right there.
His question. I got
Well,
Sister Truth Bay on the line with me. Probably answer it better than me.
Is that
no?
Get Truth Bay. Get ready to get laid out.
Homage to you, Dr. Bay. Homage to you, Dr. Bay.
Big money grip on his
clean and sheen. What's with him, sister?
Oh my God.
Yes, sir. How we doing, family?
Black Power
for an old guy.
All right. So what's the deal? I'm just
we got a
city council this morning
by the name of Joe
working on some stuff.
Who says
okay, yes, ma'am.
Reparations.
Okay, what the situation is here, we have Mr. Joe Gibson in here, you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, Joe Gibson could be in the exonerated cyclops of the Ku Klux Klan for all I know. He's adamantly against reparations, sister. You know what I mean? We built the country, as you know, it's not the whole Western Hemisphere. Rather than from the Caribbean, you know, to here to the Southern United States. And what it is that we have
need to mute their mics to echoing.
Yeah, Brother Check, can you mute some mics, man, because we're getting feedback. Because I'm out of the studio right now. I mean, I'm on foot. Okay, and I'm just on the phone. Okay, so therefore, Dr. Bay, Joe Gibson figures that we're supposed to sit down there, scratch our asses when it don't end, spin and grin with nothing is funny, spit on our heritage, and he does not, or his people do not wish to be held accountable for the wealth that our ancestors have built for the United States of America. Now, Joe Gibson, okay, he's going to divert and go to black on black crime issues that we have addressed. Joe Gibson is talking about, well, he wants to talk about the potato famine and all this other type of stuff, which really does not concern us as a people. And, ma'am, you have the floor and reign upside this dome, ma'am, with your intellect.
Well, as far as reparations is concerned, it's still a process that has to go through certain procedures. As far as California, as far as the state of California has led the charge in that fashion. Now, there are 3 reparations bills, and there's a process called recall. Recall process is a right that anybody in any state are able to utilize that right to remove any politician that they feel is not doing their due diligence.
Okay, all right.
That's the process that we're doing here in the state of California, but it can be utilized right now anywhere. Right now, we have three reparations bills that will be reintroduced in January 2nd to the 6th. We're heading back to the state capitol. We're heading back to the state capitol, and on top of that, we're adding Measure 6, also known as Prop 6. This was a proposition that was drafted by Samuel Brown. He was a brother that was incarcerated for life. He spent 24 years. And while he was incarcerated, he drafted a legislation to remove the word slavery in the state constitution, meaning involuntary servitude for prisoners. So that means that if it had passed, which it didn't, unfortunately, because a lot of the people responsible for the elections, they had it worded differently when people voted in person. So it didn't pass, I believe, for 51% said no, 49% said yes. But had it been properly written and understood by the voters on that day, I'm sure it would have passed. So now we have to reintroduce this bill. So I would like for you to go on abolishslavery.us. It's abolishslavery.us so you can understand the meaning of Prop 6 and other removal, the national movement to remove the word slavery off the state constitution, and then on the federal, that's the next step.
Okay.
It's really important. It's really important, family, that we take the time in the month of December to stop our usual business, okay? And to right now it's NFL season. I know a lot of people are into sports. To not let that be a distraction. To focus on God, focus on the scriptures, and ask the Lord to illuminate you for 31 days. That means get in your prayer closet, cut out all the extracurricular activities just for 31 days. So clarity. So come January, when we reconvene as a unit, no matter where we are, that we are focused on the political matters. One thing that I am not going to do moving forward, family, so this may be one or two times that you may hear from me in this fashion. As soon as January 1st hits, all of the shenanigans, all of the back talk, all of the nonsense, all of the extra bullshit that people have been doing, I don't have a palette for that. Nor do my youth that we're organizing right now, the Million Youth March in September, the 26th anniversary of the Million Youth March, the one that Dr. Khalid Muhammad was the only one in history that had the balls to actually put together a Million Youth March in Harlem. Now all these Khalid Muhammad followers, you cite his name in Zynga, cite his name saying I'm only a follower of him, but yet they have not shown in their years, whether he passed, to actually organize a update of the Million Youth March. So we and Queen General Janae have decided that we need to commemorate the 26th-year anniversary, the one that Master P financed in 1998, to bring them all back. Bring all the rappers, all the gangsters, all the organizations, all the Black liberation groups to focus on the youth for 9 months, right?
Okay.
January 1st. January 1st is an incubator, okay? You know, a baby takes 9 months to give birth, correct? So January 1st, we're allowing people right now on Black Power Radio, the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about that. Those who have nonprofits, those who have organizations, to bring yourself to the table and what you're going to do for the youth starting January 1st. Now, you have 9 months from January 1st, 2025 to incubate your baby for the youth, whatever that baby may be. It could be a building, it could be resources, it could be connections of people that you know. You bring them to the table so they can commemorate on September 5th and 6th in the nation's capital to focus on a benefit concert, to give the young people, we talk about 1 million young people, okay, give them a voice, teach them politics, all of the things that we have neglected to do in the last 30 years. That is what I'm requesting from every single body. So, this is 1 more week left in November, 31 days in December. And everyone has their time to get whatever shit out their system, because come January 1st, we're not going to be fucking around the same way. And without a got it? Black Power.
Black Power.
Always, man. And thank you, Dr. Bay, so very, very much, man.
In regards to props, in regards to Prop 6, we had a similar measure that we ran here in Colorado, Shabaka, and everybody that's listening. We ran it in I want to say 2016, then we have to run it again in 2019. It finally passed the second time.
Brother Chad, I can barely hear you, sir. You sound far off.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Shabaka?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a similar measure to Prop 6 here in Colorado. We had to run it twice.
Yeah.
The first time it failed. The second time it passed. So we were able to get slavery off the books here in Colorado.
Okay.
Like, I gotta run to the store real quick, so Lady Chase gonna hold it down while I'm
right. You're doing it. What?
Okay, I can't hear you, Brother Chase. Could you say that again, please?
Just tell you where to start.
I'm going to run to the store real quick, so Lady Chase is gonna be holding it down while I'm gone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now Joe Gibson. Okay, you heard Dr. Bays just lay down what she had just said, and what's your response to this here, Joe Gibson?
That, sir, is a lie.
Yeah, well, doing is creating division. You're not going to accomplish nothing by what she's proposing there. In California, what California does has no bearing on the rest of the country. You're going to need a constitutional amendment to do that, to do what you're doing. So you'll have to get up with like something like Convention of the States, because voting, whatever people vote on in California, has no bearing on the national constitution. So as far as the state constitution goes, you'll need a state convention or state constitutional amendment to. Can I finish? To amend the Constitution.
You're not listening. You're not listening. Let me repeat what I said so you can repeat your what is correct information. I said go to abolishslavery.us. It's not a state California. It's a national movement, meaning the constitutional amendment that you're just speaking of. That's what I just explained the process of what abolishslavery.us is doing. To remove the word involuntary servitude in the Constitution. That means the federal Constitution. Are you familiar with that document? Okay?
I'm very familiar with that document.
So what I would like for you to do, Joe Gibson, in the 31 days is to ask God for listening skills. That is a very important trait that you're going to need in 2025. Okay? Abolishslavery.us.
Wow,
if you're able to go on the computer, type that in, look up the website, and everything that I'm speaking of on a national level is what you need to follow. Okay?
Right. I'll take a look at it.
Thank you. Now you may proceed.
You're welcome.
Okay,
again, though, I'll take a look at it. So I can't speak against the website because I haven't read it.
Okay, well, Joe, she just asked you to read the material, but let me ask you a question, Joe Gibson.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question, Joe Gibson. Okay, you are a white male in the United States of America, are you not?
If that's what you want to say, yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, do you know, Joe Gibson, that the laws at the national level, and particularly down in your state of North Carolina, are geared for your enhancement and for your betterment and for your people only? They don't apply to
no, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. The entire country of 14th Amendment slaves. Okay, the Republic, the Constitution. You're not letting me answer. You asked me a question.
On my head and telling me it's rain, man. Come on now, damn it. Now, Joe, look at this case out here in Las Vegas that happened recently. You wasn't on the show, okay? But SARS was, okay? Now, are you familiar with this case in Las Vegas, Nevada, Joe, that happened within the last 10 days? Okay, where the Las Vegas Police Department was summoned for a home invasion, domestic violence issue. And there was a white woman who was cohabitating with a black man, and he had wanted her out of her house. So she attacked him with a knife. So now what we got here is ADW, right? So the Las Vegas police, Joe, they bust in, they shoot and kill the man in his own house. It says just like, what's her name? Brother Che had to go to the store. Okay, but it sounds like something similar to that Amber Geiger case. Okay, this man is in his own. He is in his own home, okay? Your home is your castle, okay? So you should be able to use by any means necessary to prevail it. But the race soldier came in there, saw a black male, and he shot and killed him. Now, what's up with that, Joe?
Well, let me answer your question. First of all, they do it to whites also. Okay, matter of fact, more so. And you're right. Your home is your castle. Can I finish my question?
Let him finish, Brother Isaiah.
Your home is your castle, and I'm totally against any police officer kicking down anybody's door and shooting anybody.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this.
No, they ain't no shit.
Are you familiar with the Unilove case in Los Angeles, Joe?
I'm not familiar with that particular case, but there are cases around the country where this has happened. And yes, it does happen to whites also. Matter of fact, more so if you look at the numbers.
No,
Joe.
Man.
More whites are killed by police officers than blacks. Now, is there a population difference there? Yes. So if you want, but it is true. Look, even if one person is killed by a police officer, it doesn't matter. It's a crime. Nobody should be getting killed by police officers.
But what crime?
Joe.
What crime?
What do you mean? What crime? What do you mean?
Okay, when the police go kill unarmed black people, Joe, what crime is
They
that?
should not be shooting anybody for any reason. They should not be kicking in anybody's door. You're home with your Catholic. There's no reason to be kicking anybody's door down. I don't believe in church wars. I don't believe in that no-knock crap.
Joe, here you go. Let me spin you back into the corner, Joe.
The suburbs. They don't go to the suburbs kicking down people's doors. They come with the,
oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Come on. Yes, they do. It happens here in the country. Yes, it does. Yes.
They go.
The hell, they tried raiding my house 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
I live in the city. I live in these hoods. They just police go around in my old neighborhood. They be kicking down doors. They be waking up other black people. The black youth. And they be arresting them. They be telling them to get down. They don't knock on the door.
I believe you. I believe you. They do. You're right. It's wrong.
Because
yes.
But Joe,
tell me what crime you talking about? Because it's all kinds of crimes. So what crime?
You're right. There is all kinds of crime. It doesn't matter what kind of crime it is. It's a crime for them to kick down anyone's door for any reason whatsoever.
No, not anyone.
I don't believe
Not anyone. No.
Okay,
Joe. All you do, they come with you with the.
Yes, they should not kick anyone's door down. Nobody, black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, doesn't matter.
Joe, do you know why one of the reasons why the Black Panther Party came into existence, Joe? What was point number 7 of the Black Panther Party, Joe?
Reason, no.
Okay, no. Point number 7 was of the Black Panther Party is that we want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of unarmed black people by the police. And as Brother Chad eloquently stated, is that the police are policy enforcers, Joe, is because the police, they evolved from slave catchers, Joe. Just like me and Brother
Isaiah. It evolved from the Civil War. It involved from the Civil War and the Reconstruction Act of 1871. Yes, that's when it happened. That's when they suspended the Constitution. You no longer have an organic Constitution in the country anymore.
That says slave patroller, Joe, which means, Joe, if that I was your slave in North Carolina and Sister Harriet had came with the double-barrel shotgun and said, okay, Shabaka, we getting ready to get on the Underground Railroad.
And the 14th Amendment enslaved everybody.
Okay, Joe, will you quit being diversionary, man, and please stick to the fucking point if you would please.
You're going to tell me that we're not all enslaved today by the United States District of Criminal, the corporation, Washington, D.C.?
Joe, that's double speak, man. Okay, Joe, because if I was in your state, and let's just say by happenstance, that you and I come across each other, Joe, the only thing you would have to do is call the race soldiers, right? To say that, hey, that this dude here, man, from Nevada, man, this black guy right here, man, is, let's say, is doing reckless eyeballing, okay? Then what would happen, Joe? And then what they would do, Joe, is that they'll send some figure looking like Jackie Gleason and Smokey and the Bandit, Sheriff Buford T. Justice, who will level a shotgun up my head and says, nigga, if you move 1 inch, I will blow your fucking brains out. That's what would happen to me in your state, Joe.
If I was one of the redneck brothers, maybe so, but I'm not. I'm a Yankee, so they probably wouldn't take my word for it.
No,
but it can happen to whites too.
No, listen,
Joe,
they would
yes, they would, Joe.
They would take a word.
Oh, yes, they would.
I've been kicked by the New Haven Police Department and beaten down in Wellington, Connecticut.
Hold on, Joe. I got another scenario for you. Suppose if I'm down there in your state and I come across you with my foxy, well-built black queen, okay, and you start looking at her. Doing reckless eyeballing, and then you pat her on her behind.
I was not focused on the text. I just said
that's assault.
Right, and this right hand followed by a left hook will go upside your dome, Joe. And then what would happen, Joe?
I'd probably go to jail. It's the same like
hold on, Joe. They will call Buford T. Justice in your state, Joe. And you'll go up there and tell Buford T. Justice, well, that nigga over there assaulted me.
Buford T. Justice is going to
No, that wouldn't fly down here. No,
to the back of my head.
No.
And then when he gets me down there to the jail, Joe, Buford T. Justice is going to handcuff me and going to rearrange my mug, just like what Joe Pesci said in Goodfellas. Pow, ping, you want some more?
The truth, Shabaka, we both probably get taken in there and pow, ping. Look, man, you can't tell me that would happen. That's not true. You're playing fake scenarios here. Here you are with your fantasizing again about white men and black women.
I'm really stating facts.
Fantasizing.
Okay, Joe, I'm really stating facts, man.
Two facts.
It's reality, man. It's not fantasy.
Tell me to tell it, cuz, while you're over there.
Why make those types of scenarios? Why you gotta make those scenarios?
The history of your country, Joe.
Oh, man, you talking about stealing?
Okay, Joe, the history of the United States, Joe.
All this is me and my people went through, all my ancestors been through.
You see,
scenario. Hold on, man.
I got a peanut butter.
Go ahead, boy.
Okay. But because we did
or peanut butter.
So don't tell me it's not a fucking scenario.
It is a scenario because it's not happening with me, and he's using me as a pretext to do it, and it's not going to happen.
Okay, but Joe.
Shit, I cannot help it.
Currently,
I'm out of.
Hey, listen, I will speak the truth, and I speak the truth only, and I'll come anywhere and speak. Okay, now if you want to have a dialogue or a conversation,
anytime you lie, you speak the truth. Okay, Tony Montana. Okay, well, even when you lie, you speak the truth. Okay, Tony Montana.
You did something else.
Nothing makes me happy anymore.
So don't tell me it's not a fucking scenario. Don't tell me
I like
Listen, pal. You're not going to talk to me like a little kid. You don't scare me. You're nobody. Anyway, listen, pal. I spent 10 years in a supermax prison, okay? Just let you down plenty of times. Don't talk to me like I'm some punk, all right? You want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. If not, then you don't knock it off. Knock it off. We're having a conversation here, and you're starting to take it personal. We can go that level. We don't have to.
It was so
Joe. Okay. Like I've stated before, just like Brother Isaiah could identify with this, okay? Just like Brother Paris could identify with this. There's no reason for all this name calling, Joe. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, but hold on, Joe. But when we tell you
I can literally take one down in 3 days.
about yourself, man, you shouldn't take it. You know what you should be saying, Joe?
No, you can't tell me about myself. You're going to tell me that I'm going to assault a black woman. You're telling me that you're using that scenario? That's wrong, because it's not going to happen.
No, Joe. When I'm saying you, I'm not saying Joe Gibson personally. I'm talking about your people and the American ethos when it comes to this.
Okay. You didn't say me personally, and I apologize, but I thought that's the way it was directed. That's the way I thought it was directed.
Your apologies accepted. Now, Brother Isaiah right there, he's been with us ever since day zero, okay? That man that lives in Baltimore, man, with a Freddie Gray case went down. You see what I mean? Okay. But the fact, see, what you don't understand, Joe, okay, how can I put this here to you? Okay.
Well, you don't understand, I'm in the same fight you're in, okay? If you believe it or not.
Joe.
So
hold on, Joe. Joe.
Hold on, Joe.
Okay. You are not a black man in America, okay?
But I'm fighting for freedom and my rights also. So we're fighting the same fight. Maybe not for the same people, but the same fight.
Joe.
And we got to, and the victory at the end will benefit both of us.
Okay, Joe. What will benefit my people, Joe, one is the reparation. Now, I know you're against the reparations. Sarge's, okay, we lost Sister Akshita. Thank you, Sister Akshita. We lost Brother Kari. Okay, thank you all for calling in. Appreciate Brother Yanga for calling in. And we still have Sister Hefesha. We still got Brother Isaiah. We still have Mr. X. We got Joe Gibson. We got myself. And we have someone here out of the...
Black Lightning.
Okay, got Black Lightning. Okay, and then we also too have someone here out of the 470. Last 3152. Okay, press 1. We'll be more than happy to unmute your mic. Okay, but Joe.
you don't have no experience what it's like to be black in America. Okay, we got 470 getting ready to unmute their mic. Okay, 470. Okay, 470.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to say something earlier, but it's too late. The sister probably left now. I don't know if she's still here or not.
Okay, what sister is that, Kyrie?
The sister that's knowledgeable.
Oh, you talking about Sister Hep Shoot?
That's all of them. You might be talking about
Sister Hep Shoot as well. She's still with us.
Well, I'm not gonna lie for all the sisters, but I mean, my question is because I heard earlier you said, and then we'll get back to the point. But you said you don't like calling yourself black. I just want to know like why.
I didn't say that.
That's Sister Ashita.
That was Sister Rashida.
That's Sister Ashita.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, Sister Ashita, she dropped off on us.
Oh.
Okay, Sister Ashita dropped off on us.
But I can
Brother
answer
Kyrie.
that question.
Oh, yes. Oh, is this Dr. Bay again?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, yes, Dr. Bay. Okay. And
Yeah, so the
you'll answer the
question
question, ma'am.
The floor is all yours.
question. Yes, as far as why we shouldn't use that word black, is that what you asked?
Yeah, I believe. Is that what you're asking, Brother
I
Carter?
want to know what is her race since she don't like to call herself black.
Right. So when it comes to nationality, when it comes to, for example, federal restitution, it is what we are called, if you want to go back to House Resolution 194, you can refer yourself as African American since that's what the federal recognizes. But when you want to, because of us, black is not a race. It's a construct. It's a color that was made up on this soil. So if you want to get restitution, if you want to get any type of recompense, you have to be a nation. So you can choose to be African American. That's a recognized race. That's not even a race. The best is to choose a nation. Now, I just happen to be descendant of slave, but my nationality is Haitian. So anything that I would like to refer to as far as restitution and reparations, I would refer to my nation's state. And because descendants of slaves are the only group of people that have been robbed from their culture, they have to choose a nationality in order to get restitution. That's why when you enter into the courtroom, you immediately are dead on arrival. That's why they throw the case out. But if we don't know this, then we're going to keep on talking about civil rights. You can't have civil rights if you're not a citizen, and we are not citizens. That's why it's important that you read the law, that you know who you are, because I promise you that a lot of the immigrants and migrants that come here, they are taught in citizenship class that we are not citizens. So that's why they get resources. That's why they get all of the other things. So that's why you can't use the word black. Black is a made up, is a color. It's a construct. It's not a nation. It doesn't refer you as a human being. It's just a thing that be. So if you want to get technical, if you want to get restitution, you have to be a nation, a national, whatever that may be. You could choose to be an African nation. A lot of them have dual citizenship. But as far as legally standing, the word black has no legal standing. And that's why she was stating that. Yes.
Correct.
Okay, Dr. Bay, and once again, man, your knowledge is always appreciated. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
Do you got a YouTube channel and social media? And then I'm done. That's all I wanted to ask.
As far as my social media?
Yeah. Like, do you have one so I can promote you?
No. The information I don't do social media to promote. Is internal. I will just have a personal page because a lot of people did ask for me to have something online, but because of the youth, like I said, I'm going to start an Instagram and a TikTok channel based on all of the political things starting
Yes,
January for my youth. But if you want to reach out to me, you can call me directly, and then I'll be able to refer to you the things that you need.
Okay, and then Dr. Bay. Okay, one second, Kahari. Okay, one second, Kahari. Okay. Dr. Bay, please follow me on the like page of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhancement, and feel free to post any material up there that you so desire. So, you got a free hand on that. And Brother Kahari, I appreciate the work that you did, man, on the banner for Frontline Black News. Okay, now, Joe.
I got one for the brother. Black Power Radio, TV and News on Facebook and on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And that's Black Power Radio, TV and News. Yep.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm writing this here down, Lightning. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what's happening with me, and I appreciate everybody that's been working with us, for the last 8 years, Brother Isaiah, because you've been with us from day zero. And then, of course, as you know, Brother Isaiah, Mad Dr. D passed away, a couple of years ago. Okay. Yeah, yes, sir, absolutely. So we're going to be moving our platform, Brother Isaiah, because, Blog Talk is going out of business, man, and January, and I'm doing some legal research on them, try to sue them or what have you, because I got to preserve these episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but Joe, come on, Joe. Well, wait a minute, Joe. You might have a point there on class action, okay? Because how many plaintiffs are going to be in there, and what's the amount we would be equitable to sue them for?
Well, that'd be something we all have to agree upon, but the class action is the way to go because they definitely wronged us. And I was looking into why doesn't people come together and try to invest and buy them? I never heard of a radio station or internet radio just going under. Somebody's bought them somewhere and is picking them apart. So something's going on there.
Okay, Joe, tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do, Joe. Now, you and I have had knockdown, drag-outs, what have you, over the years we've been doing this, okay?
I was in the restroom, right?
So what I'm going to do, Joe, number down right here, okay? I'm not saying it on the air.
Hallway, right?
And I'm going to give you a call on okay.
I'm sitting there looking at
you and I, Joe. Okay, yeah, Joe. Now, one thing about you and I, Joe, we are diametrically opposed, but however, we do find some common ground.
Okay? Facing me, right?
That's the point I was trying to make, earlier.
Okay, now, hold on, Joe. Okay, now hold on, Joe. You're not going to make an integrationist out of me, and I'm not going to make a Pan-Africanist out of you. You remember the scenario of Kennedy and Khrushchev, right? Okay. Now, we do have stimulating conversations right here, okay? Now, if there is going to be any type of peace or getting along or whatever, or let's say coexisting, like I told you before, Joe, for years, is because your people have cussed me out on your show. I've been called even a nigger on your show. Great, fine.
Yes, they were rude. Yes, you got arguments with people. Yes, that's true.
I'm not saying it was you, Joe. And keep in mind that you not have Miss Ollie's skills of his profession, but I will repeat all his words that he said in Houston, Texas, when they called him that there too.
And I got the cleaning.
You see what I mean? Because I cannot go before my ancestors, Joe, with my head held high, not knowing I did not do my best to relate to the generations after me of what I've lived through so they can make the proper decisions, okay, for the future after I'm gone. Support the work of Bruce Lee.
Agreed.
Take what is useful, leave what is useless. Okay. Now.
There'd be a mouse in there. So I'm hollering, right? I'm hollering.
You have in your state who goes on a sex site and stuff like that. Okay. Throw him in jail, man. In fact, man, make him
that's fake, man.
And there, what happened? I was
looking to that man. He should be the governor of this state. Mark Robinson. No way. They did him wrong.
Got my feet up on the little,
hold on, Joe.
little cleaning bucket.
Anytime
And I was like, there's a mouse for you. There's a mouse. I like to my girl.
They should
Put
bring
my
back
feet up on the
religion
fucking
in the United States of America, Joe.
helpless, right?
He didn't say that, Shabaka. They twisted his words around, man. They lied, man. They twisted everything around that he said. They edited it. You know that. Come on. You know they do that shit. Come on.
He locked him in the closet.
Okay, Joe. Okay, now, we also see 907 there. They have their hand up. Okay, 907.
It ran out of paper.
He don't believe you?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was. I'm at the library. I'm not on mute.
I got
Let me mute myself. Sorry, folks. I'm multitasking.
Why is that?
Okay, well, Dr. Bay, it's always a pleasure hearing your voice, man. I'm not being funny. Okay. All right.
Yeah, no.
907.
Well, I'm
okay, 907. What's your name and where are you calling from, sir?
Dub.
Or ma'am?
Okay, man. See?
Well, I'm calling in from someplace that I'm not. I am the Alaskan, usually from Alaska.
Hey, Alaskan.
But
you're all by themselves. They don't
I am
the Alaskan.
That's right.
Okay, Alaskan, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. It's because one thing about you and I, Alaskan, although you and I disagree, but we do disagree agreeably, Alaskan. You know what I mean? And like you said, man, you probably need to come out here to Sin City and we go throw a couple of cubes off the crap table to see who can get paid. Okay. Now,
that's still a good possibility here coming later this spring or so.
I don't blame you. Okay. But what it is, though, Alaskan, is that with these uncertain times that you got going on, now I don't care if you voted for Donald Trump, I don't care if you voted for Kamala, okay? I don't think we're going to win with either one. Okay?
I'm back.
Narcissist. Trump is a convicted felon. The kangaroo courts, this is what I need Sarge for, okay, that he'll agree with. They're going to dismiss the cases against 47, okay? What is he? He's 45 and 47, right? So Alaska had stated that what they need to do.
Any of my messages.
Sarge says is that with him being the press, he's got to be at a federal installation, rather if it's 1600 North Pennsylvania or if it's Trump Tower. But there's an island that they have, Alaska, that sits out in the middle of San Francisco Bay. It has a beautiful view of the Golden Gate Bridge when you look to the west. And then when you look to the south, you got a spectacular view of the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge. And where this gentleman needs to go, serving his presidency for the second time, is Alcatraz, okay? They can give him the whole island to himself, okay? He's got additional rooms there, man, for his Secret Service and what have you. I'm sure they're not up to the highest of quality, but nonetheless, it's a facility for him. And it's just kind of ironic that this man was a billionaire, and then he had made the statements, years before he ran for the presidency the first time. He stated that if he was to run for president, that he would run as a Republican because the Republicans are some of the most dumbest and most stupidest of assholes that there ever is. Now, those are his words, Alaska, not mine. Okay? And I just want to get some feedback from you on that, Alaska. And also, too, I want to get some feedback from you, too, on the reparations issue that I'm discussing with Joe Gibson here.
Well, I would have to say that he's not a felon yet. He hasn't been convicted because he hasn't been sentenced. Okay. The courts are the federal courts have dismissed his charges.
Okay.
Because he is now the president, and according to DOJ rules, they can't indict or prosecute a sitting president. The two state court cases that are going on right now are falling apart.
Okay.
The judge in New York keeps delaying sentencing in that trial.
90 seconds.
Because I think he's delaying
don't nobody hang up.
Because
get that out.
He knows that once he sentences Trump now can go to the appellate court, and when he goes to the appellate court to appeal the verdict and the decision,
60 seconds.
Not only will the judge, but the prosecutor will be rolled over the coals very sternly.
Okay, swiftly. Okay.
You know.
So basically what you're saying is, Alaskan, is that they're playing chess, not checkers with the legal system.
Well, they're trying to play chess with the legal system.
Okay.
If that was you or me, we'd be sitting in jail.
However, they're playing with checker pieces.
Okay, so they're playing chess with checker pieces. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
10 seconds.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, this trial,
ladies and gentlemen, we are now in overtime.
He was convicted on has so many legal errors in it that it can never stand.
Okay.
It's not going to stand the light of day, and it's not.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with did he or didn't he, but the way they went about to say that he did was.
I got a question about
Excuse me. Not in the proceedings.
Oh my
God. Know, not in standard proceedings for such a conviction. Basically, even at the start of the trial, okay, he had they had already let it gone past. Oh God, what's the term I'm looking for? You know, they couldn't prosecute him because they'd gone 7 years.
Statute of limitations.
8 years.
Statute of limitations.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, it's just, you know, and anybody, you know, they drag into court, you know, after statute of limitations, sits there and can thumb your nose at the fucking judge and says, you can't touch me.
Okay.
Well, family, I'm gonna say this because I'm on this show right now.
Okay, Dr.
I
Bay.
don't do popular opinion.
Right.
I don't follow what people say.
Right.
I listen to what people say. But I do research. I watch videos. I listen from the horse's mouth. I don't go by hearsay, because one thing that you're not going to find me to do, I am a certified, bona fide policy analyst on an international level. And I'm going to exercise that muscle. I am outdoors, family, so it might be a little noisy. I'm going to exercise that muscle. As I said, I'm going to give my people at least these 39 days that's left in this year to say what you got to say, get it out your system. But you're not going to find my people come January 1st if you don't adhere to the advice that's being told to you right now. I don't mind discussing. I don't mind talk shows. But when we are dispelling misinformation and not really doing our research, we don't have a right to keep talking on a subject, because right now our babies are dying in real time. They're dying.
That part.
Real talk.
Okay, because at the end of the day, some of us, what we do, we watch sports, we do other shit, and then we want to come to the table like we have political knowledge. We're not going to do that. All right, because you know why? Because I love my black people. I love all my people, but I love my black people first, and I'm unapologetically black, right? But as far as legally,
as far as what needs to be done according to the law, changing the system, that's what God has sent me on this earth to do. Now, I'm going to say this clear. I'm going to say it clear, and I'm going to say it on this platform.
Yes, ma'am.
When it comes to Donald Trump and the Republicans, if we have not watched the videos of what has been said out of his own mouth and go by rhetoric, we as a people fuck each other up, beat each other, rob each other, talk shit to each other, but at the end of the day, you want to sound like a political expert about racist bullshit. But I'm telling you right now, it wasn't a Caucasian, it wasn't an Asian man that you were talking in my face and called me a black bitch. No, it was a brother. And I was embarrassed. I was like, what's your man? Okay, so you didn't know what I was
I feel better.
Even though it's like a people man, but he told something.
Definitely.
Okay. A black man did that to me. I put him down on the police report. All right? That's something I want to follow up on now. I don't know if you remember that guy, but I was back in Englewood, my goddamn business. Okay? I want to be very real on how we're protecting our black women out there. Now,
right.
I'm taking this shit no more. What I'm telling you right now, black women, God is putting us in a position where we have to serve our community. But,
Excuse me, Shabaka, her audio is way screwed up for me.
Okay, Dr. Bay.
Come closer to the phone. Come closer to the phone.
Okay, Dr. Bay, we could barely hear you, ma'am. You was fading off, ma'am.
Come closer to the phone. We can't hear you.
Go back to them, vote for them, friends with them.
I'm giving them my work.
But they wouldn't even say ones that locked their
closer to the phone.
While their children is keeping fat off the table, while they're in the best food, while they're living in mansions, while we living in squalor. I don't do identity politics, and I don't do
living in mansions, living in
bars.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a respect of the Most High God who created us, who gave us life, who gave us the intelligence that no man can give. So I'm saying this to us now, right now. When it comes to Donald Trump, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Ain't nobody paying my bills. Ain't nobody in the political scene. Where I'm at, I just take the LA Council Board of Supervisors 9-hour meetings. I'm on record for 15 years fighting for my black people.
Okay, Dr. Bay,
I can't hear her.
Now.
I can't hear her.
Oh, they're going up too.
While I'm talking out these crackers, I'm letting you know where to go to hell. On top of that,
I can hear enough to know. I heard enough.
When you're putting the work to my people in this farm and their dumbasses come behind me and try to vilify me, but they ain't got that same energy for the goddamn oppressors, the ones that are locking up our babies, these politicians, they ain't gonna bust a grape to step in front of city council to write a one page with 2 sentences on how to say
let me Jesse over here doing like
they will sit on a fucking radio and talk and do all these videos on black liberation, and they don't know a goddamn thing about their own community. We ain't going for that. That's why I say brothers and sisters.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll read you loud and clear on that, Dr. Bay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Even the morning show that we're on, and today you call in, wise words for one gone, 12 to 2 time, 9 to 11. I'm not on that show as much because I got real shit to do. But this they talk about a young girl that was cyberbullied by black youth, and she committed suicide. And they were forever told. I actually got a call the family.
She's like, I ain't wasting time over here.
But we gotta,
that's what she really said.
You're fading out.
Okay, Dr. Bay, you're fading out now.
I'm not even focusing just on my black youth because I got them talking. I'm talking about all youth because a lot of these youth that talk about racism is learning from their dumbass parents. I got smoke for everybody. What I want us to do
You're
is
wait, ma'am, Doc, you're Doc.
Let me tell you something. You don't gotta be intelligent to know what the fuck's going on.
Dr. Truth Bay, we're having a hard time hearing you.
Dr. Bay, we can barely hear you, ma'am.
And they try to kill him, not
But
one.
Stevie Wonder needs to hear. We can't hear you.
Building up.
In real time.
And she's got a hell of a rant going.
You know what he's trying to do for us as black people if we give it a chance, if we organize correct, if we learn how to write shit. You know he has the door open for us, but we're going to miss the boat because he's peddling bullshit.
What's going on, man?
You got to like Trump, but stop talking about this man like he fucking knows what's up. While these Democrats are just giving him a free pass to give us the bullshit life for the last 60 years. It was black people that killed Malcolm X. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They infiltrated us because we allowed them to, because we standing on something.
This is what I be talking about. Building up and then
when you want to talk about Ali Muhammad, and you want to see the goddamn things that they did in real time.
What the Lord?
The Black Panther Party was a political alternative and we did our shit right. So we were so
earlier,
fucking around.
Joe would got the vote for me, but I had no patience to try to fight my way into the thing.
Stop with the cat. Stop with the cat. And I'm saying this in love because, like I said, I'm black first. I love my black people, and I will say this until the day that I die. I will hold your hand 45 times if I have to. You gotta have patience. Don't do a goddamn
everybody like this, man. Like, it's got lectured at home by your mom. That's a lecture lifetime right there. Ever she's just talking about Shabaka'S
January 1st,
hope you learn something.
Right.
The Freedom Train is gonna leave, and if you don't buy your ticket right now,
that's what I be saying. That's what I be saying.
Yes, ma'am.
By shutting off the goddamn TV, get us the fuck off.
Right.
You understand?
I know I'm not the only one that did that. Case in point.
You captain. His name was Jamal Kabole. He was a captain. You can look him up. The son of Mayor Joseph, the mayor of Nairobi. That's who he has elected. His son was killed yesterday. He was a captain, putting together some real projects for not only the kids in Kenya, but for the international African Diaspora, including our one here in the United States. He was killed.
Easily 20 minutes ago.
Well, we got to sit there and listen to grown ass adults who are breathing and living air every fucking day.
I've done it, Joe.
Not even trying to learn shit. We got the good ones that are fighting just like they are dying, like flies. So I'm going to be in mourning come December. I'm going to do a show here and there. I'm going to do Black Power Radio. You ain't going to find me. But when you watch me by day, on any level, you know that this lady is the one that will fight for our black people the day that she dies in real time, and I got to cover that. I'm not here for the bullshit no more.
That's right.
Yes,
I'm tired
ma'am.
of losing our good babies, and I don't have a chance to meet because the adults are fucking around with good black revolution. I want right now on the black revolution. I'm talking about cancer faction, breast cancer, whoever the fuck you want to call yourself. Are you not getting the clue? They're not fucking with you.
Ma'am.
You want to keep somebody's good name. But I'm going to tell you right now, when these people survive, get those shit together for these blacks. I don't give a fuck what case you got in this city. You have a duty to apologize for the way that you left shit hanging for the Panther Party. You understand? I respect you as a man, but you got to respect your community. You got to move forward. I said I'm not a respecter of persons, but I say this because it needs to be said.
Well.
And if this is being recorded, play it again. Share it. Because right now, the revolution is going to happen for real, and some of us ain't going to be at this table. And that's real talk.
That's
so
real
please,
talk.
family, I love a good talk, but be realistic about your talk. Do your research. Stop vilifying
ma'am.
that God sent to save your black ass. Before we say another word. While you settling this goddamn Kamala Harris, you got one time the bitch said she was black. Not one time. You asked her about reparations, you started, I'm going to let Congress do another study. That's what you told your ass in real time. And this is still...
I know, Dr. Coupe, the hell with that goddamn study. They can shove that study up their asshole.
And brothers and uncles and sons while she was district attorney in California. Ain't nobody forgot that? Huh? Anybody forgot that Joe Biden was the author of the crime bill, the Clintons? But the moment you want to mess with these crackers, you ain't got a bust to break to stand before them. I will not only put my foot on their neck, but I got paperwork behind that shit. But what I want from Daniel, I want my black men and my black women to be behind me on these shit. I need to be protected, not out there for the wilderness, nigga. Because if you're not protecting me for what I showed you who I am and what I'm going to do for us, then I'm going to need you to step aside and not mention my name. I got apologies that should be coming to me right now. I got a list of shit that I promise you I'm not going to list on this air because it's too many. These so-called black liberation, queen, murder, bullshit are the same ones that want to send you a cease and desist when they can't even fucking do this right by their goddamn people. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Empress Filet, Million Woman March, bullshit. You gonna kick rocks with that shit. You gotta start from home and respect your black women at home. Don't walk around with your nose in the fucking air. And then you disrespect every black person that came here to help your sorry ass. That's why the Million Women March ain't happening. I don't want to hear none of that shit no more. I don't want to hear nothing about the Million Man March. Fuck that. It's billions, 1,000%. Either you wicked or you fucking die in real time. That's how we're gonna roll. Black power.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you, Dr. Bay. Very powerful. And thank you so very much, Dr. Bay, with your knowledge, ma'am. And definitely, I appreciate the work.
Power.
You do, Dr. Bay.
In the building.
Dr. Bay, you definitely got 4 stars on your collar, ma'am, and that's for real. I salute you, sister.
2 stars for me.
I feel like
she's definitely got 4 stars on her collar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And what have you. Okay, so we're in overtime, folks, and we definitely
we're in overtime, so we got to start making our closing statements.
So we got to start doing the closing comments, and it's always a pleasure. And like I said, there's never a dull moment here. Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, and we do appreciate all those who participated tonight. We appreciate, our well-wishers. We appreciate our contributors. We also can appreciate our haters and what have you, and we appreciate the insults and what have you. However, we have not been getting none lately, which is a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going down the list, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all fighters come out and touch gloves for the last round. Okay, Sister Hatshepsut, your closing comments, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Peace, love, and happiness. There was a point I wanted to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
Not that I'm focusing so much on people other than myself, but Joe Gibson brought it up. White people have nothing to be proud of. Everything they have today, they stole from us and all people of color.
That's right.
And enforced their dominance everywhere. They went, including America, because this is not your country originally, if you think about it. And because in their blood, a deep desire made to fight, conquer, enslave, and kill in order to get whatever they wanted. So I'm saying that to say this.
They're the original illegal immigrants.
Let me finish. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. Have some respect. Let me finish because I'll let you talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
to
Yes,
say
ma'am.
this,
Yes, ma'am.
slavery, conquering, and killing of our original people, who is the original man, which they are not. The original white people were not original. We were here first. Africa was here first. Even the teachers in schools and colleges would tell you we were here first. Now, check your scriptures if you don't agree with me. Now, saying about slavery, it may have been something that happened, but I'm not going to say it was something that was meant to be, like it was all right, that it was done. Now, but it's part of our history, unfortunately, and it was not right. I don't care what you say. Now, what color was Jesus? According to your Bible, Jesus was a black man. He had,
that's right,
like it said in the Bible, feet that had color of brass and hair like lamb wool. That sounds like a black man.
Color like wool, right?
He was an original black man, and so were all the prophets. If you go back and study their originality and their history, we are so intelligent by nature. We did make those entities such as the pyramids. Now, no aliens from outer space, and we were like the Bible says, we are all God. Children of the Most High God. If you don't believe me, get a history book. Now, the true culture of the white man, in other words, in the white woman, is this. Their only culture linked to Europe, which is corrupt, and
this is a good fairy tale.
Oh my God!
Which is, I'm a study. I got 3 degrees. I got a master's degree. I studied all of this. I'm very intelligent. I'm an anthropologist as well. Now,
yes,
their only culture linked to Europe, which is corrupt, and leads into their mountains,
super hard,
where they're from originally, not America. They're not originally from America. They came over to America and conquered America when they were from Europe.
Are undesirable.
Let's get this history straight. They're not American originally. So, to make it short, we are with justice, requesting reparations because we deserve it. For all the hell you put us through for no reason,
cave and
no fairness, to rebuild your now owned and conquered country, and everything else that we did for you with no pay and accepting hell, all up until now as a right for justice. Since freedom, justice, and equality is what you white people always claim this country is based off of. So we deserve it. There's nothing wrong with asking for it. Now,
that's right.
Our lesson book that we have in the Nation of Islam under Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X follow. Till the day that they rested in peace, may Allah be pleased with them. They're still living. Now, it says, now recite it because I know it by heart, 31. Lost found number 2, 31. To make devil, what must you first do? To make devil, one must begin grafting from original. What is devil? A grafted man which is made weak and wicked, or any grafted life journey from original is devil. So we're taught that you ain't even made from God. You're made from a man. Just like they go into laboratories and create things, they even have babies that they create that are white. You are created from a man named Yaqub, a black man. So you originated from us.
That's right.
You got a lot of nerve to go against us in our culture and talk about us when you came from us. Because we were here first. You only been here for 6,000 years. Now, I hope that answered your question. Secondly, moving on. I have a question to ask all of you. How is discussing doing something positive, doing for self, discussing topics of truth, such as Black economics, slavery, which is truth, we can't help that even though it's negative, considered racism or reverse racism. It is not. It's truth. You cannot go against it. You can't change it. When something happens, it just happens. Now, how is I already said how can't I can't help the fact that history included slavery and included white people in our slavery. I can't help the fact that you was involved, so unfortunately I have to deal with it, and I have to deal with you coming at me about it all the time when I never even mentioned nothing to you in the first place and never asked your opinion or help. Thirdly, There's a sister who had talked about unity among our people. Unity in the community is what I used to call it back in the day, and still am today. We have to unify with each other. Now, the only thing that's separating us as Black people and dividing us and causing division in our communities is envy and jealousy.
Right.
We have to get rid of that seed of envy.
That's right.
And come together and share with one another that we can all be successfully in an all equal 100% manner.
Yes, ma'am. This is resurrection of the mental dead. Speak, sister.
You know what I'm saying? And then I don't want to keep y'all, but just real briefly, and I'll stop. Unity.
No, you're good, sister. Keep going.
It has to be practiced.
That shit is very ability. Y'all got that work, Dave. Go ahead, please.
Overcoming a government that should not be here, and creating our Amen and Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sister, that's true. Okay.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
All right, Brother Isaiah.
That's right. That's right.
What is your closing statement, sir?
Thank you, sister. What's your name? I appreciate that intelligence. That's the type of talk I'm talking about.
Deep. Right.
We need to keep
that's true, Dr. Bay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my God,
Joe.
Joe.
You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay. Now, why is that dumb, Joe? Why is it dumb, Joe?
It's facts.
Because she has no facts to back it up. It's all comments and personal opinions. That's all it is.
No, I'm sorry, Joe. No, Joe. That woman is very intelligent. She's very, very well read, Joe. Now, just because, Joe, you don't dig the sources of what we
You could be well read, but you're reading the wrong stuff.
No, Joe, come on a second. Now, what the fuck you telling me now on that there, Joe? It's like they're going up here to the damn men's room, man, where it says men only, and then you got some damn fool walking. I'm sorry, the restroom says women only. Then you got some damn fool in there wearing a dress with a 5 o'clock shadow talking about calling a woman. Man, come on,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about.
Bullshit. No, that woman spoke facts. Dr. Bay spoke.
I seek that refuge from the cursed shaitan. You sound like the devil.
I sound like the devil. How does the devil sound? What does the devil sound like?
Very intelligent.
That's right. That's his son.
Yeah, she did.
And there you are putting me
Truth
down.
is not relative. Truth is not relative. Okay.
So you just calling me just like all the rest of them. You ain't no different, and you showing me that all white people are the devil.
Behind me, Satan.
You can't come.
Wait a minute.
Whatever you claim, whatever you say. Like I said, truth is not relative.
Wait a minute. Hang on just a minute.
Okay, let the Alaskans go. Okay, Alaskans, come on with it.
Did she just say we white people came from a black man?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did say that. Yes.
Okay. I said, where's my reparations? Where's my reparations?
What reparations?
Man, join the movement, Alaska. Join the movement, Alaska.
What do you need reparations?
Join the movement.
What harms came to you?
Thank you, Brother Jay.
No. Alaska came there, you know. He said what he said. Okay, Alaskan, join the movement on that. Okay.
Now, listen.
Just because you came from us don't mean you're black. You're grafted. You know what that word means? It means that you were made weak and wicked, lesser than the entity that you came from. Just like a grapefruit comes originally from an orange, it's grafted from an orange, so it's not the same. So you're not the same as us, and you never will be. That's why you do and say the thing.
Jesus was not a black man. Jesus was a Jew. It says, okay. Adam was not black. His skin was ruddy. That's red, not black.
In actuality, Joe, when you say Jesus was a Jew, actuality, you are right. But at that time, they were black. We were black.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we are global people.
You can't take that away.
Have lambs, wolves, and
what does ruddy mean? What is the color of ruddy? Ruddy is red.
Oh my God.
Joe, you're diverting away, man. I'm spinning you back around into the corner, Joe. Okay. As the sister just said.
And Deuteronomy 18:18 says, I will rise him up a prophet amongst his brethren, Jew,
okay,
fellow Jews.
Joe.
You are not our brethren.
Black people,
we are the original Jews.
And his skin was the color of that of
Who is he speaking to in Deuteronomy 18:18? Every Muslim agrees that those are the books of Moses. Every Muslim agrees. So who is he speaking to?
Moses was a black man, Joe.
Wait a minute.
It turned into a damn melee now. Shit, this sounds like 1992 again. Okay, it turned into a melee. Okay. Ballroom brawl.
Can I interject? Look at the word you wrote. So gifted. The word.
Can I drop the mic on his head real quick? Well, no, I don't mean on the head, just to educate. I wouldn't even say it like that. Let's be positive. But on a positive note, Joe, who asked that question? Oh, wait a minute, that was you, wasn't it, Joe? Oh, I got the echo. Can y'all cut that echo out again? Now, you ever heard? I know. Well, since you're quoting the Bible, you must know a little bit about it. So, well, you say, who was he talking to? He said, go to the children of Israel first. And also, he got another scripture. That says, those who call themselves Jews that are not, that are the synagogue of Satan. Let's also go here. The Jews were of Judea, which were the children of Israel.
Yes, that'd be Revelation 13, yes.
The seed of Abraham and Jacob and Isaac, who were black. So there's your answer, if you choose to take it. If not, just read the scripture over and over till you get it. Black power.
Or you can go as far as Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah, you can back up as far. Yeah, hold on. You can back up as far as Genesis as well, where the first black man, God created him from the dust of the earth. The dust of the earth is automatically brown. It wasn't white.
Right.
So if you want to talk about coming from the original
man,
true. You can't.
The land in Israel is not the dust of the earth in the over in Iraq. No, it's not.
Well, who said that we were made from Iraq? Joe, does it say Iraq or Israel in that scripture? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, do it say that?
We were made from.
That's where the original Garden of Eden was.
No. Nobody said where the original Garden of Eden was, but I can tell you it had to be in Africa because everywhere else was in the Ice Age. But back to your statement, as far as that goes. Yeah. Man, don't you know that
about that?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I missed something in there, but I'm just saying that it don't say that he picked the clay from North Carolina to make a man. It don't say he picked the clay from even the Garden of Eden to make a man. Right. It just said he picked the clay from the earth. That's it. Now, the clay could be ruddy, as you said earlier.
Correct.
Yeah, the clay could be ruddy. The clay could be ruddy, but I'm just saying the first man, Adam, he had to be. He said, "Let us make man in our image." Right there, you go. Mm-hmm. Oh, and now let me ask you one question, and this will solve everything. Was David? Now, I mean, don't say what you want to the world to hear. Say what's really in your heart. Was David black?
Yeah, neo-Nazi you?
No, David was not black. No, he was not black.
He was a seed of Abraham. How can you not know he was black? You're just saying what you think people want to hear. You're not saying the truth. You're not saying the truth.
May I ask? May I ask
go ahead.
a question?
I'm done.
Okay, let the Alaskan ask a question. Okay, let the Alaskan ask a question. Go ahead, Alaska.
What the fuck are you guys arguing over the color of the words of a fucking person who has given us a religious and a moral guidance for our lives? What the fuck difference does the color of that person
Because I want to
make?
whitewash everything, including the Bible, and we doing some straightening. That's why.
Historical accuracy, I would think. That's like
That's right, historical accuracy. And anytime anyone wants to have a one-on-one debate conversation without all the yelling and screaming, you can come over to my podcast anytime, and I won't mute you and cut you off and yell over you.
Okay, Joe, we ain't muted nobody out over here, man. I'm sitting in here, man, like a damn tied-out ass referee, man, working his switchboard.
I mean,
we mute ourselves so we have courtesy, you know.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
You guys show etiquette.
Okay, hold on. Okay, everybody, comes from different backgrounds right here. We got intelligent people here, and I know the word is intelligent, and that's the difference between a wise man and a fucking fool, okay? And then we have great conversation here. We disagree agreeably. Everybody is passionate about how I feel, and then you know me, Joe Gibson. I'm perhaps one of the most passionate black bastards that you ever came across. Understand? Okay, we appreciate Dr. Bay. We appreciate the Alaskan. We appreciate Sister Hatshepsut. We appreciate Sister Akshada. Hell, I even appreciate the ones that call up the show and cuss me out. Because there's an old saying from South Central Los Angeles, people never apologize for how you honestly feel. And that's my closing statement. Brother Che, please take us out, man. We want a complete episode. If you will, Brother Che. That was my closing statement.
All right, go ahead.
And I'll
closing statement.
What'd you say?
First of all, I just wanted to state answer to someone's question. Jerusalem, I know we all talk about Israel and everything, but Jerusalem was also a place of the Jews, and Jerusalem is a name given by the Jews, which means founded in peace. Not ignorance, not putting people down, not making people feel bad because they black, because we all know the Jews are black. It was first built by the original man who was called Jebus, also Solomon and Ariel.
Mm-hmm. All them people over there was black.
Don't get it twisted, because I know my history, okay? And don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would close with saying I agree with the Alaskan. I agree with the Alaskan on the spiritual aspect of it, but on the historical aspect of it, 1,000 years from now, I want everybody to know that this is a black Apache Indian talking to you. This ain't no Chinese. This ain't no Mexican. This ain't no Arab. This is a black Apache. Black power. That's
black
it.
Aboriginal.
Black power.
Black Niji.
Oh, boy.
All right,
we won't be here 1,000 years from now with this type of attitude and discussion. I'll tell you that. We'll be destroying ourselves, that's for sure.
I tell you that much.
We got
never a dull moment here. Woo, boy, you guys are making an old man older.
Shabaka'S Blacc.
I got Brother Pete too. You trying to chime in, Brother Pete?
I'm listening to the argument.
We on the
Brother Pete
now.
Yeah, how you doing, Brother Pete? Yeah, we're doing the closing statements, Brother Pete. It was a very dynamic show, brother. And please welcome Brother Pete, very, very knowledgeable brother right here.
Hey, brother.
Okay, Brother Pete, what's your closing statement, sir?
Hey, Brother Pete.
First off, listen, let me put this the way that it should be put. The Bible is not a religious text. The Bible is a historical text. Anybody that looks at the Bible as being spiritual and not historical, they're wrong.
Oh man, you know anything about sisters?
They have stolen your history.
I cannot do semantics.
And sold it back to you as a
here we go with the motherfucking semantics. You know what the fuck I said?
And until you wake up and realize that everything you think is wrong.
Good, Brother Michael.
Okay.
How are you doing, sir? I'm going to read here in the next day.
People don't really know what's in the other books besides the Bible. God makes references out of that people understand in a certain language that's understandable to them, and they're not. But my book is the Holy Quran.
Revolutionary agenda. Completely different from this shit.
How many times has the Holy Quran been mathematically proven? Or, you know, come on.
Well, if you have, all you have to do
Joe is just
read the book and really disrespectful tonight and mathematically prove it.
That's Joe.
I have read it. I have read it.
What is he read?
Same day.
What day?
Okay, okay, let's go to Pete go and say what he's saying now.
Public show. Is it every Tuesday?
I have a question.
Yeah, brother.
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, Brother Pete has a question.
Go ahead, Brother Pete.
Hi, Brother Pete.
Oh, that's
okay, Brother Pete, the floor is yours.
I heard somebody say, when has the Quran been mathematically wrong or
right?
A challenge? Was that a challenge to the Quran, or can that person tell me that?
Joe Gibson.
Yeah, tell me what the Quran has proven. There's no prophecy in the Quran. No prophecy's been fulfilled in the Quran. Never been foretold. There's no prophet Muhammad who's ever been foretold at all.
Quran now.
Excuse me.
Bible and
okay, yeah, Brother Joe got the floor. Okay, Brother Joe, come on with it, sir.
I'm going to be very honest about something, okay? We have a tendency to want to sound and look intelligent.
Oh, no.
But intelligence comes when you share the knowledge.
Coffee in the back.
The intelligence comes
exactly.
when you might not know.
Yes, sir.
Because you think you know something,
and I'm gonna do the
don't mean that you're intelligent.
I just haven't been feeling.
For all the screaming and the shouting and the over talking that everybody's doing, that doesn't show you.
I went to our channel, I'm really sick.
So. If you believe that it does, you're sadly mistaken.
It's bad
yes,
enough, but it's really bad when you just.
I agree with you very much so. Thank you.
Like sick.
What many non-Muslims or the Quran doesn't realize is that the revelation of the Quran spanned over what? How many years was it? 25 to be exact. Okay.
No.
It was not a list of rules on stone as the Ten Commandments. Okay. Was it not a book that fell out of the sky? It was a revelation sent by what you guys call an angel, Gabriel, right? As all revelations were to Muhammad, right?
So can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question.
You put a little piece of this, a little piece of that.
Don't be talk over me.
Come on now.
Let's start with the part. Let's answer the Quran verse for verse. We can do that. We can go. I'm willing to discuss this with anybody, but I'm not going to yell over everybody.
Okay, well, y'all notice.
I got my own questions about the Book of Jehovah.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
You most certainly can.
Book of Mormon, which both have experience.
Who is that?
I got my own questions. Don't disrespect the
Quran. The Quran doesn't do what?
Let's say I was sick.
Joe Gibson.
What's your name? Joe Gibson.
Yes, sir.
You say that the Quran
his name is Joe Gibson.
But he is not.
You were saying that the Quran doesn't have commandments
that
were written in stone.
I got sick by a germ. And
how do you know the commandments were written in stone? Were you there?
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Ouch. Well, I don't have to be
Joe, we got you on that one.
Girl, like, understand, like, I don't understand where no one gets it. I'm a girl, a very feminine girl.
The answer is no.
Brother up with that shit.
There is not a manly essence in me, man. I'm like a girl.
You're just saying what
I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying based on faith and historical accuracy and archaeological evidence.
I said, fuck. I was like,
saying somebody told you.
There's a mouse in here. And I have my feet up on the cleaning bucket.
No, what I read, not what somebody told. You're half correct.
Somebody wrote
what,
it, right?
Jen? Oh, God.
See, here's where your intelligence stops.
What did I say? I said you're half correct. Did I not?
No, somebody wrote it. When somebody wrote it, they said it.
So you got 15 minutes? I thought there was closing still.
I told you about trying to
That's
sound
correct.
intelligent.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, stop trying to sound intelligent.
Work, but nobody can hear me.
I'm not trying to sound intelligent.
Joe,
no, I am intelligent. I don't have to try to
I'm
sound
not trying to
intelligent.
sound intelligent.
No, and I don't know who you are. You sound like you're intelligent. So let's have a conversation and not criticize each other.
That's not even a word. You're
Everything you say about the Quran, I can say about the Bible.
Word.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have that conversation.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Yes, Sister Herself, you may ask a question.
Okay. Joe Gibson.
Hang on, just one comment. Quran.
That's just a God question.
Pull the plug any
The
minute.
Quran has scientific errors that modern scholars even today
Have you read the whole
they are proven wrong by Arabic translation multiple times over and over.
The Bible got all
You look at the
brother. Please do not interrupt me, people. I'm trying to get a question off.
Sister God question. Go ahead, sister.
Have you read the Holy Quran, Joe Gibson, from cover to cover?
Yes, I did it when I was in prison, probably about, oh Lord, 25 years
That is
ago.
not the thing.
Okay, so you read it once, and you know in that book there's prophecy. They talk about Jesus. They talk about Moses. They talk about a lot of. Even talking about. They talk about a lot of prophets. Even Joseph. They talk about Mary. In Surah 19, Maryam.
Makes sense.
Mary. And tied a whole surah for her. Surah 4 for women. But the Bible doesn't talk that much about women. They give women rights in the Quran. If the woman is beating on them, they have every right to divorce the man. There's rights for women in that book. There's rights for men in
It
that
also
book.
says a man can whip a woman with a stick when she's disobedient.
Where does it say that in the Quran? It doesn't say nothing about whipping a woman with a stick.
Oh, yes, it does.
When they divorce.
Because I'm going to my Quran right now.
Oh, Lord, I'd have to look it up.
He's getting confused with the Bible where it says a person can, what do you call it, chastise his son.
I got the Quran right here, man.
It don't say nothing about
there's only
two
two
women with a stick in the Quran. I read the Quran every day. I know it perfectly.
Back down the motherfucker.
Can I get in here, please?
Right now? I got my.
Yes, sir.
And I got my
direct.
That's the only two books allowed. Oh, and I chose a novel.
Somebody seems to be using other people to avoid.
So that's out.
I hear you
over
say
here. I know
Quran has all kinds of inconsistencies about
I don't know. I read it every time
Correct.
I sometimes I reread it.
Yes, sir, that's
I
correct.
believe that question is directed to you, Joe.
I answered yes. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. What about the inconsistencies in the Bible, the major inconsistencies? You seem to lean on the 10 Commandments very, very hard. Okay, that lets me know something about right? Because they were not 10 commandments; they were 664 commandments. Written on stone. And if you are a Christian, you don't even follow those 10.
Yeah.
Let alone the other 650. You break the first commandment, is your very first inconsistency, which is the very first commandment. The first commandment says, "Thou shalt not have any God before me. Anything made of man's hands, thou shalt not kneel or get on your knees to."
What about on Tuesdays?
Don't you get on your knees to the cross, statues of the Virgin Mary, statues of all the so-called saints?
Okay. Yes.
Would you pray to them?
Well, Muslims claim that the Quran is infallible and error-free, while others claim the Quran has errors. So, which is it?
And your God says that you are not. That was the very first commandment. So you can't keep the first commandment. What makes us think you can keep it? What makes us think that the rest of them are great people?
I'm not under the law today. I'm not under the law as a Christian today.
You are now. That is the statement, and everybody heard it. But I guarantee you, brother, you can open your Bible in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. It tells you that the words of Yahshua himself do not come to destroy the law. I have not come to destroy the law or the prophet.
Oh, he dropped. Thank God.
I have come to fulfill.
Oh, my God. He dropped. Thank God. He dropped.
Ear time.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Verily I say unto you.
Yeah, Joe Gibson dropped.
I say unto you. Ear time. Verily I say unto you.
Can I get in? Can I get in for a moment?
Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, go on. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, verily I say to you, why did you see? Now I want everybody to pay attention to how this brother is not allowing the statement to be made.
Yep.
I am not trying to allow this statement to be made, but I do have a question for Shabaka before we get cut off by BTR.
Right.
Okay. And we're in the territory where all of a sudden we can get cut off. So anyway, Shabaka, with BTR closing down and stuff, have you got a place to land yet? Or are you
that's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to find out right now, Alaska. Yeah, me and the staff here. Yeah, we're in the process of doing that.
Okay. I am sorry for the interruption and getting way off the subject, but I wanted to find out where we were going to land if we had a place. I was late getting here.
Okay. So we should have that information, man, before January the 25th, is because Brother Trey and myself, with Brother Kahari, we're trying to make something happen on another platform as well too, because I still got to download all these episodes and save them.
Right. That's all I wanted to know, because I mean everybody's in the same boat, and everybody's going to be scattered across the internet on different platforms. And I was just trying to see if I couldn't figure out where the heck you're going to be landing, so I can get over there so we could disagree agreeably.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, that's not a problem. And then on top of it, Joe Gibson that said something that made a lot of sense, that I agree with, that we need to sue these SOBs. Because everybody's up there been paying their money for these platforms, you know what I'm saying? And I think, Joe, you up there on the dime, you're on the platinum plan, aren't you, Joe? Oh, yeah, that's right, he sure is.
He's gone.
Yeah, Tave. No, I don't. I've been trying to get in touch with Tave. I can't track him down because he responded on the like page of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, but the like page, they don't put some twist in it with a twist with this meta universe crap. You know what I mean? And so I've been, going down blog talks, on other platforms, to try to track Tave down.
Can Brother Pete finish his statement?
Yeah, let Brother Pete finish his statement.
I got you out a while.
He finished it for me, that's all.
Oh, yeah, I was did that too.
I don't need.
Okay, Brother Pete.
I got you out a while.
And it's always a pleasure, brother, with you dropping your wisdom and what have you. So what we're going to do, folks, is so we could have a complete episode because we're in overtime. They could pull the plug on us at any moment.
End it now.
So I just want to say thank everybody for tuning in. Sister Akshita, Sister Hatshepsut, Brother Isaiah.
Yes.
Okay. The Alaskan, Mr. X.
We appreciate
Yanga, most definitely. We appreciate him.
And mine is Joe.
Yeah, and of course, Joe.
Strangers now.
Joe.
All the time.
I'm not coming ever back ever
don't thank Joe, Brother Isaiah.
Yeah, don't
ever
thank
again.
Joe.
He pissed you off that bad.
Yeah, I'm not coming back ever again.
All right.
No, he's a necessary evil. That's necessary because that reminds me that not to go through the world with rose-colored glasses on. Just because I ain't seen none out here in a little while don't mean they ain't out there. So thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
He hung up.
Shit. Oh boy, well folks, over the 7-8 seasons we've been doing this here, boy, there's never a dull moment.
9 seasons.
Okay, so let it...
9. We in our 9th season.
Now, in our 9th season, okay, yeah, that's starting to show that senility is. Yeah, that's going to show that senility is starting to set in. Okay, Brother Che, I'm going to ask you to take us out, man. Feel free to choose an outtrack. We thank everybody, who's been on the platform, over the years. We thank our well-wishers. We thank our haters. We thank those who are indifferent with us. It's all good,
All right, so thank
you
for tapping in to season 9, episode 44, Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. We had our guest, Brother Yanga, and we appreciate everybody that called in tonight. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms, Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X.com. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. Lady Che wanted me to let y'all know the RBA is going on either tonight or tomorrow, so make sure y'all tap into that. And we will see y'all then. Peace and Black power.
Peace.
Always.
Black power. 24/7.
Always.
365 simulation.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. All right, sister. Okay, Sister Hatshepsut is dropped. Okay.
I got drip for sale.
Oh my
I got.
I
want to give everybody a Plies hug virtually. He's so stupid.
All right.
Hey, be looking out for the RVA. I just gotta redirect my topics. And I don't feel really well. I got hyped up because I was mad. Now I gotta get that energy back up. But be looking out for the RVA tonight, probably tomorrow. What Jesse's got. I don't know. We'll see. We're discussing what we're gonna do for the holidays here. And unfortunately, nobody cares what I want. So we're just gonna do whatever my brother and Jesse want. I don't give a damn about them. I don't care about any of that. I want to do what I wanted to do, but because I'm sick, I can't do it, and they don't want to help me. So, and somebody don't practice financial economic motherfucking whatever the fuck I asked about. He don't know who he is anymore. I don't know who that cheap bastard is across the way from me. He used to be a cheap bastard when he went to the store.
Price of everything has gone up. Like the Harris administration.
So yeah, I got stuff. I want to change the direction. So we'll see. Try to cover shit that we're gonna be covering on Frontline Black News, and I think I got myself together. So I don't know, but I got to watch the news today. It was Alien. I was watching Alien. You know Alien, right?
Yeah, Alien.
I was watching Alien Covenant earlier But like the other day, I tried to get Jesse to watch Alien Romulus, right? And Jesse didn't want to watch that with me. He said he did, but he just put it on and went to sleep, so that's not watching it. It's just he was just there.
I watched like the first half.
He was just there, and I was just body heat thieving. So that's all that's about. It was that he was not doing his job. His job now currently is to go to the service, go to the store, and then let me steal his body heat. That is his job. Body heat thief. Time bandit. I got many names, damn it. Many names. It's a CP time bandit. Yeah, like the other day I was on CP time, okay? And then Shabaka Willie went far, he was on nigga time. And I was on CP time. So I'm on CP time bandit. The black villain. I have many names. Many names. That's what you have when you're all well-rounded leader. Anyway, so I was watching the other night. I was trying to get him to watch Alien Romulus, which I'm gonna drag his punk ass over here right now, currently, to go do it. Yes, I am.
Say bye to the people, lady.
I am somebody.
She don't know who the hell she is.
I don't know who the hell I am, but I is somebody.
So Black Power, peace, love, light, reparations.
No, don't close it out. Let me finish my statement. Just give me 1 second. Now you got no. What was I gonna say? So I was telling about the Romulus story. So then today I was like, he sleep. So I put on the Covenant. My brother said watch Covenant, cause I just be skipping around, right? Cause all the alien movies are like all the same to me. They are just whatever. But my brother said, no, sister, you gotta watch them in order. And I'm like, how is it in order? They all got new names now, like Covenant, Romulus, motherfucking. Then they got a new one coming out called Earth. And I'm like, this is just weird. So I don't know where to start after 1 and 2 and 3. It don't got shit to do with nothing. Just like this show didn't have shit to do with nothing. We were didn't talk about shit because all we heard was everybody get a lecture at the end. And now y'all boys got to go to the room. Y'all boys got to go to your room and think about what you did.
The tether anchor baby in Alaska was talking about reparations.
That's
so
why. That and then fucking little white boys got to go to their room and think about what they did too. What in the fuck kind of picture is that? That picture is so old over there.
Yeah, it was the Pan-African show.
Jesus Christ, Jesse! I bet Jesse want to cut his hair right now, and it didn't look like that. He ain't gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna let him. I will leave him if he cut off all my work.
I'm gonna save that for like the summertime.
No, you're not. Oh God, he shaves his face again and he cuts his hair off. That's it. The divorce is real. The divorce is real. Every day it's on the edge, man. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So today I watched Covenant.
The X-Files.
No, I watched Covenant first, and that's what led back to the X-Files. That was an X-Files moment, right? But the Covenant, and then I was sitting here while the show was going, and I heard so it started clicking, right, like the alien. Yeah, and I turned around, I was like, "Cause did you hear the alien in here?" Like, and he was like, "I did." I was like, "So you know I'm not tripping, or you know what I mean?" Like, I still don't know where that came from. Okay, no. See, you gonna cut me off because I've been asking you to shut this shit off for like an hour. Shut it off.
All right, make sure you put the RBA when
or don't.
RBA.
Now you see, you make me not want to do it, cuz. Now you make me not want to do it. You see why things don't get done? Because Jesse want to shut it down all the time. That ain't gonna happen. See, look. That's how I get down. I don't want to do it now.
She don't do it, y'all.
No, I'm not.
Tonight or tomorrow.
No, well. All right, peace. Stay black, stay dangerous, stay informed. Obviously, stay favored. All right, go now, because Father told me he has to shut the phone down and shut the studio down.
Go to bed.
And all that. So he just want to watch podcasts over there.
Time to go to bed now.
I'm going to go watch a movie.